Don't come to the club and start talking about what we've done in the past. Talk about what you haven't done anything.
He's won a trophy this season.
I said this season. You ain't got a trophy.
Welcome back to another episode of Podcast Pundits. I'll be your host with the most. It's not even close. And I'll go by the name of Strives. Well, you can call me Striver. And I'm representing Arsenal, as you can see by the tee that I'm repping, the hat that I'm sporting. And if it's international duty, you know I'm repping England and Nigeria. And you'll be glad to know I ain't here rambling by myself. I'm here joined by my fellow podcast pundit.
Yo, it's your boy Joey Nomadic, a.k.a. Liverpool's #1 supporter, a.k.a. It's not been a good weekend, but happily this time around, Strauss can relate to the pain I'm going through, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because sometimes you need like a brother to go through the pain with you. I think there's a phrase for that, I can't even remember.
They say misery likes company.
That's the one. And this misery's loving the company. So,
it's crazy. I was talking to, you like to call him C-Man. But yeah, I was saying, but when they say misery likes company, yeah, it's like a fellowship, innit? It's like a fellowship. It's like there's a lack of power when you come together, yeah, and it's like your spirits are somehow becomes kindred.
I'm telling you, man. But I'm a bit different to the rest of the fans, innit? Because obviously, like I said, I keep on saying this. At the start of last season, if you said to me, you take the Premier League and you get relegated, I would still take it. And that's what we're going through right now. So I think the chickens are coming home to roost.
Well, you spoke that into existence, yeah?
Man, I lost them, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Trust me. And obviously, man, the element of surprise is gone because of the way the camera set up and what have you not. And you would have heard them chiming in because, you know, it's a family over here anyway. But so you would have heard the familiar voices. But look, man, welcome back, Doug.
Come on.
Trust me,
pleasure to be here, man.
Trust me, man. This would be your second, yeah?
Yeah, second time pulling up, man.
Yeah, love that, man. And in the new studio as well, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, brother. Come on, man.
Yeah, man, salute.
Yeah. So look, tell the people, everyone should be familiar with who you're repping, but just tell the people just in case they
Come
don't
on,
know.
man. I'm a loose cannon gunner. You get
Come
me?
on.
Big Doug. Yeah, Arsenal, man. I got the Arsenal shirt on, funny enough, you know, like, but you know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
But I'm sporting the kit and that, but yeah, man, just there. Yeah, you know the settings, man. Top of the league and all that.
I respect that, brother. I respect that, man. It's been a minute since we've caught up. It's been a minute since we've even caught up. Cause we had our little side show, the loose cannons, whatnot. And it's been a minute since, as the pundits, we've
all sat down together, man.
Yeah, man.
Nah, man.
Well, what's been going on since you've been away? I've seen you guys got nominated.
Yeah, nominated for a mobile. Come on, nominations. You get me? Unexpected as well. Woke up to bare notifications. Didn't even know it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's a blessing. God willing, we win it. You know.
So that's a real
Make
thing,
sure
man.
you vote.
That's a real thing when people say they don't know they was going to get nominated.
We didn't even know.
That's
I
sick.
woke up. My phone. I see something in the group like Pounds must have put in the group something like "Congrats, boys" or something. I'm thinking, what the hell's going on? So I didn't even ask the question. I just went on socials.
Yeah, that's
Went on
dope.
Insta straight away. See, like my phone was like got tagged in bare stuff. Then I just went through it. See that we got nominated for a mobile. And
Look at God. Look at God.
God, you get me? So
Trust, man.
it's just great, like happy and appreciative and grateful, and you know what I mean, that what we're doing, the hard work is recognised, innit? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's big.
There's a mobile pub in Gypsy O if you want to run up on it.
Yeah.
Oh, there is, isn't it? Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
What is it? Is it actually owned by the moment?
House of Mobile, bro. Man.
Is it?
Oh,
Yeah, I better pull out there and lean on them quickly. You get me? Like, yo, what? I didn't know you was there. You saying for that award, B?
Yeah, no, that's dope, man. What's that? It's best media personality, is it?
Best media personalities. We've got it's a strong group, man. Got DK Humble in there,
Ooh.
DJ AG, Boss Auntie, Nico. There's a few faces in there that,
Yeah,
man, they're doing their thing right now. So
big.
it's dope to be kind of recognised amongst all of that. Do you get me?
Good company, man.
That's it, man.
No.
Hopefully we win it.
100%, man. So big up you, big up the team, Pounds, Daps. So remember Daps from college as well?
Yeah, man.
How do people support? What, they vote for
Yeah,
the winner?
vote, yeah. You
Hey,
go
guys,
on
vote,
the
man.
mobile website. And yeah, you vote.
Yeah.
Vote and pick us, man.
No, sick man. And then obviously, I know that you've been touring with DB as well.
Yeah, been busy. I was away from my yard for over a month with DB Europe. That was mad. Yeah, we did 15 dates, 15 shows, and then on top of that, we had to do like all the CD signings. So I was away from home for a minute. Like work haven't seen me all till now. Like work, I've been away for a minute, but yeah, it's good to be back, man. It was dope, man. It was a blessing, and what the man are doing out there is like, bro, it's just like no one in the UK is doing it like that.
They're
big, man.
Tour buses or hotels?
Yeah, tour buses, a couple hotels in certain cities and that. Yeah. But like, just bro, 15 dates sold out arena tours, man.
That's cool.
Arenas, I don't know any artists that can do it like them, man.
Independent as well, innit?
Yeah, DB are massive, though, innit? Yeah, they're massive, bro.
Yeah, it's big, man. So it was good.
I remember them like when we was growing up. I swear, didn't Ads live by you back in the day? I feel like he did.
No, did he?
I swear he did, bro. I recognise him when we used to go by yours, bro, in Lucia. I know his older brother used to trim where I trim. By Lucian Way, by the like the Tesco. Yeah. So I just know that they're local, and obviously seeing them thing and whatnot. Yeah, man. So it's dope, and it seems like they brought their people along with them. So it's
the
all
whole
dope.
team, team's man them still.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope. So yeah, man. Obviously, we've heard from Big Doug. We know that what he's been up to, and obviously, man, it's been a big week in football. So we had to draw for Big Doug for this one, man. It's not been great for us Arsenal fans, but it kind of also brings me on to a very, very familiar face, a very, very familiar voice.
I didn't guys.
From exile.
Original podcast pundit.
Yeah.
I don't know if a lot of people will say, was this planned? Is this a coincidence? Like, what's going on here? But I'll let him introduce himself.
Hey, Marly Marl here. Manchester United fan. And I know how it may look. But it's my birthday today, guys. Like, it's my birthday.
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah, I didn't have no plans, so I thought, let me go link up with the man, then bring a couple of bevies and just talk football.
Salute.
Yeah, man.
It's saloon. Hey. Cheers.
That respect that, man.
And it just so happens that Man United beat Arsenal this weekend.
Some might say it's the greatest birthday gift
Yesterday was a gift, bruv. Yesterday was a gift, man. The neighbours are knocking on the door. It was everything all right last night. That's how much noise was being made yesterday.
Only imagine.
Great. But yeah, no, happy. No, it means more. It means more, bro. It means more.
I hear it. We'll get to it still.
It means more. But yeah, no, happy to be here, guys. Happy to talk about football. Happy to see you guys, man.
Yeah, no, bro, I can't even lie, man. It's nice to have you back, man. We had Dennis Strada back on a couple of weeks ago, man, and he got brilliant like feedback and reception, man. The people miss you guys, man. So you guys need to be pulling up way more often than you have been, man. Not just when you sneak a scumbag a victory against Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? But no, man. Again, like obviously Marly Marl's joining us on his birthday. Big you out, happy birthday.
Big ups.
Obviously on that, 1 second, I forgot.
All right, here we go.
No,
Props. You're doing props, yeah?
not even, man. If I could freaking get down there without dropping. Yeah, man. Just a little.
Large up.
Just a little gift, man. Just a little humble offering, you know.
Large up. Appreciate it, big dog. Appreciate it, big dog. Appreciate it.
Happy birthday, man. You didn't have to be here, but obviously I know it wasn't a tough ask when you've done what you did to Arsenal, man. So
I had to talk to somebody, man.
And you better to talk to Strives.
Oh, man.
When it comes to that.
I'm telling you, dog, man. I'm telling you. But look, before we get into it, man, I just want to let you guys know where you can find us, man. Look, you can find us on all digital streaming platforms. We're on Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon. Wherever you take in your podcast, you can find us. And if you're listening to us or you're watching us, you found us already. Well done. We appreciate you. But make sure you tell a friend where you can catch us. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share it. please, right, we appreciate it all. On social media, you can find us at Podcast Pundits _ on Instagram, at Podcast Pundits _ on X, formerly known as Twitter, and at Podcast Pundits on Facebook and TikTok. I think I've covered it all. So yeah, man, again, just hit that like button, hit that share button, whatever. We're growing. You know, we keep trying to get you the content. And you know we get involved in the arguments in the comment section, man. We love it, man. So yeah, man, please, man, just subscribe, because I'm being told, man, I need to start telling you guys to do that more.
Yeah, that was good, man. It's like you heard. That was good, man. That was good. That boy good. That boy good.
Like, subscribe, and share this,
man.
Share it, man.
I respect it, man. But look, man, it'd be remiss of me to not go straight into the main event. Arsenal versus Manchester United at the carpet, otherwise known as the Emirates.
Otherwise known as the... No, I'm not going to do it.
I knew you could have helped yourself.
I promise I'm gonna come here with a little bit of
It's the
humility.
first game the man beat us in 8 games at
It
home.
means more. It means more than that.
No, I don't. Don't really mean any more than that. And you know what? I was having this argument earlier because I'm trying to understand that. Apart from bragging rights, yeah, what else does it mean? Because it doesn't change anything in the league because it's still in our hands. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not like it's a game where, you know what, United beat us, City go and win, they go top. It's not like that. It's not that much of a game-changing game to the way that the United fans are celebrating this victory, to the point, like, man are drunk 3 days on.
Do you know what it is?
See this guy at the angle of his head. He's loading something up.
No.
He can load it.
I'm not
No, he can load it.
Don't know about I'm loading.
And I want to hear it. Yeah.
It's not about you. We're thinking from a place of, you know how long it took Ruben Amorim to win back-to-back games, bruv?
Mm-hmm.
It took him 35 games to win back-to-back games, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and Carrick has done it already, bruv. Yeah. So it's like it's positive. It's like the rest of the season is looking.
So if it's not about us, then just don't chat to us, then, innit?
I'm there, no, but
you get what I mean? Like,
Wait, sorry,
I'm joking.
yeah, we got this thing, man. You know we got it, you know.
I hear it. I'm happy for you guys still.
I'm not. I'll keep it a buck, man. I was distraught, man. I was going through some things yesterday, man. I'm telling you, man. Oh gosh. Look. To set the scene, or to set the stage, so to speak, it doesn't need setting, but this rivalry has been going on as long as I can remember. I know that we've got rivalries with Totti. Obviously, we've got this rivalry now with Liverpool, kind of, because we're now competing at the top. Well, Liverpool's meant to be. And obviously Manchester City now, but there's no rivalry that hits like that Arsenal versus Manchester United rivalry. And to see how Manchester United's been struggling, for me personally, it's been like a sight to behold. Like, it's been beautiful. Like, I've loved it. I've loved every second of it. Like, I've said that I wouldn't stop wishing on their downfall, even if they were in the League One, League Two, and getting relegated. I'm still hate watching. That's how much I despise
United.
Yes.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you why. Yeah. Manchester United are responsible for some of the most traumatic experiences in my football history, bro. Like, even if we go to like just recent times, last season knocked us out of the FA Cup. They had no right to, but they did. Knocked us out of the FA Cup. That's when we was on the Invincibles run. They stop our Invincibles run.
But we'd already won. I know what you're saying, but we'd already won the Invincible trophy then.
But you know what I'm saying, though? Like, we're going 50
but then
games.
when you actually go back to that game, they needed the 12th man in the referee to make that happen.
But there's always something with these. Like, even now.
When was that game?
All right, so that game was the game when Rio Ferdinand brought down Lundberg as the last man and didn't get a red card, didn't even get a foul, didn't get nothing. Yeah. That game was disgusting. I think and then Gary Neville tore through Reyes. The game was disgusting.
That was when football was MMA though. Like you lot were just late to the party.
That was when the ref was in Newman's pocket. Let's have it right. They knew that game they needed someone, because if you lot didn't stop us, then we would have went on and carried on smashing.
Just carried on.
They knew that they needed to stop us, and that's what they did.
And they found a way to do it. Yeah. 6-1 defeats, 8-2 defeats, and then fast forward to the present, where we're on a good run at the moment, 7 points clear at the top of the table. it should be a formality. Like, I nearly slipped up last week. Like, I was expecting that smoke. Like, I nearly slipped up, but I said, you know what, don't say it out loud, because last time I did, when I wanted to smoke against Liverpool, like, the football gods punished me in it. So I thought, let me keep my mouth closed this time.
You get punished a lot, I must say.
Yeah.
In my WhatsApp group,
you fear them. Why do you fear the football gods, bro? They don't exist.
No, because the football gods ain't kind to us, right?
They don't exist, bro.
No, I've been in WhatsApp groups with Strives, and this brother will run his mouth and it will backfire on him, and I have to message him privately and be like, bro, chill. Bro, chill the fuck out.
The last time he said, we're with the champions.
Bro, I had to message him. I said, bro, I think even when it gets deep, I have to call him. Be like, Strives, bro, listen, you need to take a moment. Allow me, bro.
Take a breath.
I'm getting better though, man.
That's me with Matty Savage, though. Matty Savage is like that.
Strives don't take a touch. You don't take a touch, bro. Everything's first time. Everything's first time. First time balls on me.
Bro.
Hey, ladder.
He got video evidence.
I think he's Steven Gerrard that he can just play time every time, bro. Allow me, man.
Nah, you know what? I hear it, man. And so obviously going into this game, man, I'm like, we have to, like, look, we've also got this winning run at the Emirates where it's not even just a winning run, we just ain't losing at the Emirates. Like, it's a happy place to go to. Marly Marl and Joe will confirm. Like, I was boasting about this in the group as well. Like, I'm funny enough.
Our home form is enough to be confident off the back of it.
Yeah.
So I was semi-confident. Like, I think one of the brothers in the gym come up to me and was chatting shit, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna smash you next week." This music, all right. Like,
Man United fan.
Random. Remember, I'm training back. I'm just minding my own business.
When I was at Dulwich Hamlet, I said, bro, like, why are you beating Man City, bro? You should have let them. Obviously, Man City are in a title race. He said, don't worry, bro. We're going to smash Arsenal next week.
I got time for that.
No,
I went there.
Because you see with United,
it was confusing.
No, so it was mad. Yeah, so the United, man, this is how they're moving. So I was like, right, but I was slightly confident. I said, all right, cool, pull up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're ready, pull up. I thought that, and the thing is, right, when you watch the game and how it went, listen, obviously we lost the game, but I feel like our problem is we're our worst enemy. Do you get what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Because Arsenal in their day, especially at home, bro, we beat anyone. And the thing is, we give away games. Teams don't beat us, we give them the game. Like at Liverpool, like when we played Liverpool at Anfield, it took a super side free kick magic to beat us, but really Liverpool were there for the taking. We just didn't really push it. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the games that you think that we've lost, we give them. Villa, that we didn't defend the last ball at the end of the game, yeah. And then Banter was able to get up and smash it home before everyone else got up off the floor. Gave them that game. You remember, they're the only other two games that we lost.
Yeah.
You think in this game, Arsenal in the first half was so dominant, yeah? We was mashing you up, but we didn't utilise it. We should have went in at the hot.
We were comfortable though.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say you was comfortable.
We were sitting in. We were sitting in for a long part of the game.
Comfort. I feel
what
like.
do you mean by mashing up though?
So basically, we like. There's a thing when we know how it is when we start games, yeah. Like, we're just on them, and they're having to defend.
We start quick.
We start quick, right? And I feel like had we got the early goal and carried on that pressure, it would have capitulated United, because that I just feel like because of the way we are at home.
Early goal though.
We did.
But
we did. But then what happened when we got the early goals that we started fumbling about.
Yeah.
Like we started giving the ball away. Trossard picks it up on the halfway line, tries to play a pass. He hits it straight into Casemiro. Then we just gave them back the ball each time, and then it made them think, hold on there, these men are wobbling a little piece. Then you think, what if you go in at 1-0, maybe a different game, but then Zubimendi off the back of the wobbling gives the ball away to Mbeumo, who makes it 1-1. They walk in and then.
How much credit do you give to? Because obviously, I know you're saying we beat ourselves, and I agree with you in some respects there. But how much credit do you give to? In fact, let me even ask you this, Marly Marl. Like, how much credit do you give to your club and the way Carrick set up? So you see, like what Doug's explaining. How much credit do you give to your club for putting us in that position?
Yeah, no, I'll give a lot of credit to Carrick. As I said, to your point, I don't think we looked pressured. He obviously scored the goal, and I think it was probably a fortunate goal. I think there was an error on our part, but I think for the most part, I think what Carrick has identified and probably identified early is that Man United with possession is probably not what we need. We're not a possession based team, and when we do have a lot of possession, we don't really do much with it. We played our best football under Ollie, like playing counter attack. So sitting in, waiting to receive the ball, and taking your chances, like breaking really quickly. And through the game, I saw a lot of that happening. Like, we're moving the ball quickly, we were pressing pretty well higher up the pitch, but when we were defending, like, there was pure man behind the ball. Like, I was mad. I don't know, when the goal went in, I got nervous when the graphic came up when you saw in 24 games that Arsenal scored first. They haven't lost any games. And when I saw that, I was like, damn.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, when we scored first, I expected us to kick on. So when we scored, I thought it was all right. Because of the way that we was onto them, I just thought, but we are our worst enemy.
But I agree with that point. That's why Arsenal will be doing well throughout the season. Their team will be kicking ball. But whenever I say that, when most people say Arsenal ain't going to win the league, they're mostly relying, not on the football that they're playing, mostly relying on the fact that Arsenal is the mentality thing. Like, they get to a point where they're out in front, they're favourites for the league, and I don't know, anxiety kicks in. They feel as if the ghost of future is gonna.
And I feel like the fan base, they play a part.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
It goes 1-1. All the anxiety, you feel it in the stadium. I've been in the stadium when the game's 0-0.
I want to agree with you.
Like, the fan base start to get a bit edgy.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like you see the difference with.
But do you think that was the case in this game though? Because the fans were. I felt like the fans were really supporting.
The fans were supportive, but obviously it changed with the players, and then obviously it goes 1-1. It changed the dynamic, like, in terms of like, you go in at half time, the fans are probably like, what's going on? Then you come out, and then Drogu scores. It goes 2-1.
Rightfully so though, Doug, bro, because I think that we're not. I think we have to be a bit honest as well. Like, as much as it looked like we had control, but I was looking at the game, and I was thinking, control isn't just necessarily only possession football.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think I get that, but I feel like in the first half, especially like up until the Mbeumo goal, it wasn't just possession. Like, there was times. There was times Saka was killing my man out on the wing.
Saka looked like he was having a good game.
Dropping them about, we was in there, like, remember, we had bare corners. It was like, I think...
But
we had
like you're saying, what did it come to?
Chances-wise. Chances-wise, but then if you keep the pressure on, like you do, we scored, you keep that and be able to maintain that. Soon enough, you get the second. Then when you get the second, now Man United are chasing the game. Now they have to come out and play. Then it opens the game up. And just as good as Man United are on counter-attacking football, Arsenal are pretty much one of the best clubs at it, but we don't get to play counter-attacking football.
Now, though.
100%. We still got it. We still got counter-attacking football in us, yeah? But the thing is, because we don't get to play counter-attacking football very much, like, hardly ever, you don't get to see it, because what happens is when we get possession of the ball, everyone... Half of the times, like, we still adapt that, like, Pep Guardiola way of football, of playing the game in their half. So we don't. Whenever we ever come up against a team that are so on us that we have to sit in and then play that counter, because we're so good on the ball, we can play out from a press, and we can play around your box, and then all of a sudden we're playing against a low block, and that's what we come up against mostly all the time. When teams open up against us, especially in Europe, you see why we have so much success in Europe, because these teams, you're playing against the best of the best. You're playing against Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich want to play open football against us, and you see what happens.
But let's dive into this. Why we couldn't do it at United? Because for me, I think, like, and you'll see. I know you're plugged in with the Arsenal community. Odegaard's coming under a lot of fire. Now he had he had involvement in the goal that we scored. Obviously, it was an own goal. I think it should have been awarded to Timber personally, but it was an own.
Yeah, I watched it bare times. I'm like, he definitely hit that. Yeah, like, how is that not?
Was it on target?
Yeah, but I don't know. You know how you obviously last week I noticed Podcast Pundits admin's been clipping me up and trying to force some of the gender.
Hey, them pesky guys. When I get my hands on that little scoundrel.
But you know what I think, man? I really think there's an agenda out there against Arsenal. I think they wanted to award it as an own goal just so that they, because I think they had that clip ready. They had that clip ready to say that the own goal was one of the top goal scorers for the club. So.
Yeah, because that was the notion. I think we played a game. I think we played a game when we didn't actually score a goal. It was like 2 own goals and the Wolves game.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. So, but even before that, obviously I started talking on Odegaard because some of what you're saying, I think it's a bit self-inflicted. You see where you say we beat ourselves, I agree with you, but part of it is like, which is why I say control's not just possession, because even though like what Marly Marl's saying is they're sitting back and they're ready to hit us on the counter, I felt like that was the system that they deployed intentionally. I don't think it was...
Yeah, no, 100%.
I don't think Arsenal like forced them to do that. They're sitting back.
In a way, because if you give possession to Man United, they've got to use it. Like, that's the thing. So it's not like... But it's not like we're going to... Let's say we say we're going to sit back and we give possession to Man United, they're not just going to kick it long and give it back to us and then go and sit back. They're going to... They might. No, but what I'm trying to say is, if you put... Like, possession with football, because you've seen it in games where Man United want to dominate possession of the ball. They don't know what to do with it, so they go sideways, But then that's because that's what the other team has chosen to sit back on them. So
but that's kind of where I was about to land, though, you know, Doug. Yeah. I was going to say that I don't think that I don't think we're as penetrative as we would like us to be.
100%.
I think that we're a bit guilty of going sideways, or maybe taking too many touches and allowing Manchester United to set. Because there'll be certain times, where there might be a pass forward. Like, let's say maybe Declan's open up for it and Odegaard's got it, or Saka's opening up for it, and he might take an extra touch, and then that allows Manchester United to set, and then we're looking for the next opening, and it might be there. Like, it might be Hincapié will now a bomb forward, what have you not, and then Jesus might go a bit forward to provide a 3 versus 2.
That's your system, though, Stripes, isn't
it?
Because I don't know if you've seen, but sometimes Liverpool Szoboszlai will be like progressing, and then they will just stop and then say like slow it down because he's trying to implement what Slot's instructions are. And that's what they're doing. So
are you saying it's not Odegaard then? Are you blaming?
It's a mixture of both, because you have to make the right decisions at the right time.
Yeah.
But then you've also got that thing in the back of your head that when I'm on the training ground and I do the certain things, Arteta don't like this. So should I do what Arteta likes, or should I use my own?
Yeah, I feel like Odegaard does a lot of that. Like he's technically sound enough to be able to create chances. Similar, I know there's a Bruno and Odegaard little debate that we got going on, but
I'm still taking Odegaard over Bruno, by the way.
I don't think that's right. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you're genuine. There's no way.
Right now,
I'm still taking Odegaard.
No, wait. But right now, in terms of a maverick, someone that's going to play passes, someone that's going to...
The only reason why you're saying that, is because again, I know you hate when I talk for you, but I think you're falling for this narrative that the media's propelling.
Don't do this. I'm not falling for no narrative.
Bruno's a GA.
No, but this is why you got to let me land, because you can't call me like you hate. I know you hate when I talk for you. And then he started talking for you. No, I'm not falling for anything. I've seen what I see, right? And I think the problem that you have with Odegaard right now is that, like you said, there's a system, right? Our system is based on overloads, right? So if we can create an overload on one side and then be able to switch the ball to a freer man, that's what we do. That's how we play. But I feel like when you see Moreno coming to the side, it's different. Moreno plays through the middle. Yeah. So obviously it is, yes, you say it's a system, but why can Moreno suits playing through the middle so he stays central? Odegaard goes out right because he prefers to play with Saka, and it's a kind of a hiding thing. But Arteta is willing to allow him to hide because he's his captain and he rates him. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas Moreno wants to come in centrally, play passes. You saw it against Real Madrid last season. He played the pass to Saka. He's the man that's open to play them passes because he knows I need to be centrally. What Odegaard likes to do is play out wide, play there, and then when it goes across, he likes to come into the box late and then get the ball where we've seen him loads of times. That's where his goals come from. Comes on to his left foot, boom, first time he slaps it, It don't work all the time.
I think what you're saying is true, and I think what Joey's saying is true. Like, so I'm trying to find...
I'm not saying they all...
I'm not saying... So it's like, I'm not going to get at either of you, but I think... Because you make an interesting point about Marino, because I was actually going to rebuttal something Joey said, but you've actually brought it up. Because how much of it do you put on Arteta then? Because Arteta obviously engineers the system. Or how much of it do you put on Odegaard to not finding the right balance? Because obviously if Mourinho plays for Arsenal, meaning he plays for the same system that Arteta has trained us under. So why is it that Doug can sit here and say Mourinho is looking for those forward passes a bit more, and then why isn't Odegaard? So then
Odegaard's scared to make mistakes. That's what.
Is it an Odegaard? Is it an Odegaard
Mourinho
thing?
understands the Spanish game, innit? So like, remember, Mourinho's coming from Spain, innit? Where they
So you're putting it on the player, not their manager.
I'm putting it, but
It's a little bit of both.
Odegaard came from Real
man.
Madrid as well. I think it's a bit of both, but I'm not. It's more the player because. Put it this way, we all know you set up a team in a system, right? And you expect them. See, like Salah, for example, they will have a system, yeah? But then when he gets into the point where he has to do his magic, fuck the system. He's doing what he played.
Exactly.
He's making something happen.
And not passing to Mane. That's what you do on the training ground.
But you know that
what I'm trying to say is, with Odegaard, there comes a point when you're in the final third, and the system goes out the window.
Take accountability.
Someone's got to take the team on their back.
Hold your hand.
Someone's got to take the team on their back and say, listen, I'm going to chop you, boom, top bins. I'm going to make something happen. I'm going to chop him, cut a pass in. Like, you can't then recycle, turn back, and then play it back and then start again. Because then when do you get to a point when someone's going to play that pass then?
Do you remember Bruno's chance against us?
Yeah, where he tried to take it first time.
He had a couple.
Yeah, he had a couple. And I was calling them howlers, yeah? Yeah, and you said I was being harsh. And then, ironically, Zubi then does a howler. But so the reason why I bring it up, though, is because Odegaard tried to do what you want, yeah? And when he did actually try to, instead of taking that extra touch and like basically playing a bit risk averse and just kind of keeping the possession, building up slowly, and then maybe trying to find an opening. When he tried to do it first time, what have you not, there was a turnover in possession, and then the ball got clipped into I think Bruno, who then found Mbomo, and I think there was a chance there. And I think there was another one where Saliba had to do a last-ditch challenge. And basically what I'm saying is the risk of playing in the way that you want to see is there's a risk that we might give away chances.
I get that.
And that's why Arteta has engineered the system to be that way.
You got Declan and Zubimendi, who's supposed to be in the team to
That's why I don't rate
do
Arteta.
his thing.
No disrespect, but that's why I don't rate. I think it, like I've said there times, it's too pragmatic, man. Like, you've got all of these players of exceptional ability, and you're saying system, and you're coaching out the raw ability, like.
But easy though, because Doug is saying that he expects his player to know when it's time to be a maverick.
No. But that's when you become elite. That's when you become elite. But if you take like a Bruno, he spams it to the point where people are sick. You take a Florian Wirtz, bro. I'm sick of all the times where he loses possession, but he's still doing those things because that's his character. I just don't think that's Odegaard's character, and I think. Doug, you might have alluded to it before we were recording, where he's been through certain things at Real Madrid, so maybe he's a bit more risk averse in it. But if he had the same journey as all these other guys, then maybe he'd be popping the balls all the time and wouldn't care when it doesn't make it.
See, like Ozil, yeah, you look at someone like Ozil, right? Ozil's gone through the places. He's gone through when he was at maybe Hertha Berlin. He was at when he first
Werder Bremen.
He's gone through them stages where the missed time passes because he keeps on doing it to the point where he gets to such an elite level that he's
and there's no pressure. No pressure when he was in.
Look at Kevin De Bruyne when he went Chelsea.
Went to Wolfsburg, banging out.
Wolfsburg, done his thing. Because he kept on doing his thing. Come back to Man City, became a monster. Put it this way: if he's gonna always play system and risk averse and play all of this, when is he gonna ever reach his potential of what we know Odegaard can be?
I think at Sociedad though, he did refine it at Sociedad.
Yeah, he refined it.
But then I think Arteta's.
Arteta's too rich. He's too rigid, bro.
Too pragmatic.
I think there's a level. There's a certain level of fear in some of the players.
I don't feel like the fear is of Arteta. I feel like the fear comes with. When you're like at this club at Arsenal, right? I think Odegaard knows if he makes too many mistakes, if he does whatever, he will get replaced.
No,
trust me. Listen, hear me out.
Because Arteta has his favourites. Odegaard will be straight back in the team.
He has his favourites.
Nelly will have that fear.
You know what I'm saying?
Eze will have that fear.
Trust me.
Odegaard will be straight back in.
Odegaard is scared, yeah. He's a scared player. You can tell he's a scared player because if he if you're saying that he knows he's a sure shot favourite and he's not going to drop the team, then bro, you're making them passes. What are you scared of then?
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, let me land.
So that's why I'm asking you: is it him or is it Arteta?
It's Odegaard, bro.
Remember when I was saying Arsenal fans are turning on him?
I'm not turning. And this is what you do, yeah. This is why we get into it, yeah. Because you start.
Sorry. That was out of order.
This conversation was psychological freedom, bro.
You know what? Because you weren't party to the conversation. I weren't throwing you under the bus there. But what I'm saying is there is like an overarching feeling that Arsenal fans are throwing discontent
because fans are seeing it, bro.
Let me ask you, last season you would have never picked Bruno over Odegaard, whereas today on this podcast just now you picked Bruno
because
over
I'm
Odegaard.
at a stage now where I'm seeing it throughout the season, or I'm seeing Odegaard's games. I'm watching him, bro. And not that I highly rate Bruno, but one thing I would say, in this team, when you have so much quality, you might need a one man that comes out of the system that just does something. And like, look, we should see it. Jamie Carragher today saying there's no superstars in the front line. So when is someone going to take this team and say, you know what, I hear what's going on, I'm a part of that, because you can still play in a system and be a madman. Yeah. Do you get me? What you think, Ronald, like Messi and all them lot? You got to grab. You think Messi and them lot never played to a system? Of course they played to a
100%.
But then he knows when to create his moments. The thing is, Odegaard's got the talent, and this is what's so frustrating. You know he's got it in him, but for whatever it is, if it's an imposter thing or whatever, he's not stepping up to the plate. Yeah. And it's hard because they play in the positions that you can't expect Declan Rice to do all of that. You can't expect Zuma
not that.
You need someone that's in the final third, especially with this team, to link it up, and be like, I'm the man that's going to thread the passes. I'm the man that's...
Well, when did Odegaard become captain?
He's been
2 seasons now.
I think he
was better before he was captain, right?
No, so
you know what?
So in the first season he became captain.
Is it weighing on him?
No,
maybe?
so I feel like it is because I feel like there's pressure.
Wasn't he captain in that season where he got the most goals and assists that he's had in the season?
Yeah, but he was.
I wouldn't call it.
But in that season, there was no pressure because Arsenal wasn't expected to do what they did.
That's the first time.
That's the first time we finished second. Yeah.
And that's when he got his record number.
And we was playing free flowing football. That was the gap. Saliba slapped tip-top bins. We wasn't expecting.
He wasn't captain that season.
It's not just
that.
He was. I think everything with Arsenal and sorry, I'm gonna throw it back to you, pause, Marly Marl. But I think with Arsenal, we're very intentional with what we do. Yeah, I said pause. I said pause, bro. When I pause,
the pause can't.
You don't get to replay that.
You're in deep after that already, man.
Another one.
But look, but I mean, what I wanted to say though is I think Arsenal are very intentional. So we were like, as Doug's saying, we were very like free flowing play, probably our best attacking football in 22-23, but it came with its risks, and those costs were brought about like a PTSD, maybe I say,
100%.
which has brought about a trauma response where Arteta said, all right, cool, we need to be a bit larger, we need to get larger people in, we need to be a bit more scarier now, a bit
more Stokey FC.
You could say that, but then there was a bit of a balance in the following season where we finished just 2 points behind City.
I get it.
No, 100%.
You know what I mean? So every single time, I don't think it's like, we've just forgotten how to be like this free-flowing attacking team. It's all intentional. And what we must...
But you've purposely gone away from that.
Yeah, of course it's purposely, because we sit here 4 points clear at the top of the table. So as much as we can criticise it, it's working. Do you get what I mean? It's working to the point,
now.
Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, you say for now, but it's working.
No, it's working. But that's the anxiety thing of Arsenal fans.
In Europe, it's a different beast. But the thing is, me and my boy was talking about this the other day, and he was basically saying the thing with the Premier League, right, and why it's hard for any team to play free-flowing football. Liverpool don't. Man City don't. No one plays free-flowing football in the Premier League because every team is a difficult game. Yeah. So every game that you play week in, week out, whether it's your Fulham, whether it's your Burnley, even Burnley can keep you at 0-0 to the 70-something minute. Like, trust me, it's not easy. So free-flowing football in the Premier League is kind of out the window now. It's gone back to the old school times of set pieces, long throw-ins.
No, but why though? I don't know.
It's just because I don't think that any of the teams are good enough to do it at the minute.
No, it's not even about that because
Man City, when they were at their pomp, they were free flowing.
But that was a different time. That was a different time.
Okay, but even last season, there was periods in the season where we were playing free. Well, it was good to watch.
Yeah, it was good to watch. But it's difficult. This season, it's difficult to play like that.
It is.
Look at Sunderland. It's hard. You can't go to Sunderland and play free and throwing football, bro. They're gonna smash you.
No, but I think that's only
you look at Brent. I feel like
I think that the top teams have lowered their levels. I don't think Sunderland have gone up that much.
I feel like what it is.
They have, man.
No, I don't feel like they've gone up levels, but what I feel like is now a lot of teams have got money. A lot of teams ain't getting it right. Like you see, like Tottenham
ain't getting it right. That's the key one.
There's a lot of that going on, but then before maybe 4 or 5 seasons ago, you might not get it right, but still beat the bottom tier of the league.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Now, if you don't get it right, the bottom tier of the league are kind of good teams. Like you look at your Brightons, you look at your Sunderlands, you look at all these clubs, Brentford, you look at Newcastle now into the top 6, your Aston Villas.
That's true.
These are a lot. And one thing with the Premier League is that the Premier League's got money. So it's not like France where you look at PSG, Marseille and your Lyons, or you go to Spain and it's your Athletic Bilbao's and your Real Madrids and Barca's.
I hear you.
The Premier League's got money across the board.
No,
so the bottom clubs can sign players like
I agree.
for like 15 mil, 20 mil.
That actually brings me on to what I was gonna ask Marly then, because obviously, like, I think dope. Like, you guys beat Manchester City 2-0. You've now gone to Arsenal at the Emirates, and not only have you scored 3 goals, unheard of, you've beaten us 3-2, like, wild. Like, it's Michael Carrick bounce. Like, it's like it's crazy, but is it? It's very easy. Like, I said, you know what? I know you're laughing, but I actually said, you know what? Maybe give this fella the job. However, it's very easy, to get out of bed for Manchester City, to get out of bed for Arsenal. They're the top 2 teams in the Premier League. They're almost like free hits. It's like, go out there, play your football, no pressure. If you lose, no one's going to blame you. Now, you've got a run of games where the expectation, especially after beating Manchester City and Arsenal, would be to beat these teams. I think you've got Fulham next.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember who you got after that. You probably know better than I do. Well, at this point now, considering that you've beaten the Arsenal and City, where are you at now? Like, what's your? Because for me, you have to beat Fulham for this to mean anything. Otherwise, it's just you ain't doing anything. Because Ruben Amorim never got sacked because of his results. He got sacked because he decided that he was going to throw a grenade in the presser. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, Man United's problem is, and I've said it on, I don't remember probably last time I was here, is consistency. I mean, as you said, for these big games, we can win these games. Like we've already beat Chelsea this season, we've beat Liverpool under Ruben Amorim. So he's shown that regardless of the system, we can win these games. Like it's consistency against the smaller teams that we're going to need to show a level of quality to get over the line. Because I mean, it's great that we beat Man City and Arsenal in games that we probably wasn't expected to beat them, but as you said, to your point, we need to do it in the games that we're probably expected to win.
And how are you feeling about it though? You reckon, can you do it? Like, when you're watching the game, like, because I'm watching you guys, and obviously I'm an op, and I'm seeing it looks a little bit different. Like, I'm seeing Casemiro jumping on Carrick or whatnot. You guys look a little bit happier. There looks to be something seems to have changed. Is this just that new character bounce, or I say character bounce, new character, new manager Carrick bounce?
Do you know what it is? I think what they're being told to do, because we know we got good players, but under Ruben, it appeared that whatever instructions were, they just weren't getting through to the team. Like they weren't adopting that 3 5 at the back well enough, or 3 at the back, whatever you want to call it. And I think the 4 at the back is a little bit easier it's easier to understand. Like, and the 3 in midfield it's easier to understand for these players. So I think you're immediately starting on a better foot than you are with this new system under Ruben. So couple that with the fact that we've got decent enough players to actually win games by themselves. We've got the Cunhas, the Mbremos, Sesko, who hasn't even been playing. We've got Bruno that was playing well under Ruben anyway. In a system where he's allowed to be a bit more free in the number 10 and without as much defensive responsibility. We know what Bruno can do. Like, and we're playing 1 game a week. So they should be doing well for the rest of the season, but you just never know with these guys because they're ginnals. They're proper ginnals, bro.
I hear you, man. I hear you, but I mean, from how it looks like, I think Carrick knows ball. You know,
no, he does.
I think he knows ball.
He does.
100%, man. And obviously, from the work he's done in the past, bro, and just hearing him speak, bro. Some people think that's not a good indicator, but I think that's a great indicator. Can you communicate your ideas well to a layman like me? If you can, then the likelihood is that you're going to be able to do it to professionals on the football pitch, and then they're going to be singing from the same hymn sheet.
100%. And Who's that guy that was he was a part of the England setup?
Steve Holland.
Steve Holland. He's part of your setup.
He's part of the setup now with Jonathan Woodgate.
Does that make you?
I don't care.
You don't care. But the reason why I bring it up though is because
they've got good history. I know he managed under was it Man City. He's had some good roles.
Yeah.
So I know
Woodgate.
No, Steve Holland. So I know he's got a good like track record of. But we've done all of this. Everything you can expect.
You've got
going to work,
managers,
bruv. We've done all of it.
But you know why I was actually bringing it up though is because he was obviously working with Gareth Southgate, who we know is
trying to take over.
Because Ineos seems to like this dude.
They've been
rolling Southgate. So I'm just thinking, do you think that he could be in there as an in to maybe that Southgate rumour being potentially true, or do you think that Carrick could maybe get the job?
No. So with Carrick, like it's going to be very, very difficult if he continues to win. And we get to the end of the season and them not giving the job, because I already know how Ineos work. It's going to be the easiest choice to make, and they're going to say let's just keep him. However, regardless of what he does, I'm in the camp of it would be better for Man United and advantageous if we do get an elite manager, because out of all the managers we've had since Sir Alex Ferguson, we haven't actually, other than Jose Mourinho, we actually haven't gone for a
Van Gaal.
Van Gaal. He had history, but in terms of like, at the moment, you're an elite manager. We haven't really had one of those. We've got a lot of guys
who's out there now though that you could call elite?
And Enrique, he's going to be available in the summer. So if he's
100% leaving.
Yeah, he's 100% leaving. So if he's available in the summer, go get him.
You're going to snap him up.
Go get him, man.
Yeah.
That's my position.
You want to veer away from the boys' club, so to speak.
And I just want a bit more security. At the minute, we're in the unknown at the minute. But what we do know is that Man United players are Ginners, bruv. And when a new manager comes in,
everyone's
up for it. They want to play good, bruv. So beating you and beating Man City is absolutely fantastic for the discussions that that we have throughout the season. We've got our head above water now. When you're calling us dead. But
I'll stay. You're still drowning.
Yeah, but we got a head above water a little bit. We got a raft. We got a raft.
No, I don't know about raft. But you definitely got that.
But fair dues, you're in fourth position. And it's like I knew, but even my brethren, when he was like, "Rah, man," I was even murdering. He was like, "Oh, man, United in fourth," and it shocked him. And I was like, "Rah, they done that." So to give you your dues, that to pop up in fourth place right now and have a position and be in a position where you could actually make Champions League is a dope place to be in. And I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, it just shows that you man have silently been going about your business.
We've been like near this fourth place for a very, very long time, and we just kept on flopping, drawing games, losing games in the last minute.
And them man around you have been flopping as well.
Liverpool
has really kept you in it where you can actually...
Quick one though, Doug. Earlier on you mentioned that at the stadium that like the fans aren't really aiding the atmosphere in terms of like just a bit of negativity.
Mm-hmm.
That's not like unique to Arsenal though, because that happens to Liverpool as well. Especially like, when you're playing your Burnley, you go 1-0 down and then the whole crowd is silent. But we might kind of like
I think Liverpool
click into gear at a certain, maybe 70th minute.
I think Liverpool have more of a tendency to get fired up.
Yeah, but that's because the fans, the players give us something. We have to get something from the players. And I think in that Man United game, I don't know if Arsenal gave the fans anything to necessarily...
They'll find out though. When that second game, when you equalise, bruv, like...
Yeah, the fans are on
you see the cameras...
But I feel like the fans are on it.
I was a bit shook. I was like...
I feel like the fans are on it. And maybe in the United game, they were more on it than... But I've seen games where the fans' anxiety... And you can see that, like, throughout the game, there's murmurs. We do have those games. Like, to be honest, I feel like we're the best fans that we've been, not in the league, but I mean for us.
For Arsenal in a long time, this is the best the fans have been. Yeah, 100%.
The less toxic it's been for a long time.
But shout out to the work of Arteta, but there's only so much that's going to last, bro.
No, but I feel like if we continue to challenge, it will last. Like, this is the thing.
Okay.
Like, teams get rattled. Like, our fan base gets rattled.
You have to win.
We have
to. No, it's not challenge. You have to win now.
Because I hadn't finished. He was going to talk for me again.
I'm actually just disagreeing. He said challenge. I'm saying no. Challenging won't be enough.
Yeah, challenging won't be enough. But for some of the fan base that will start to get unrested and start to talk up and do whatever. But I think for a majority of the fan base, they're going to want to keep seeing the team push. And if the teams keep pushing and keeps going, like, it's not going to be enough, but it's going to keep them optimistic and keep pushing with the team. I think if it starts to fall off and they're losing games and we fall off, and obviously the fan base is going to turn. Obviously, you're going to have your people like Strives and a lot of like certain fans.
Not just Strives this time.
Certain of the fans that
I think I've been the most calm this season. I think I've been very calm.
But you've gone from here to here.
No. What do you mean? What was that?
I'll be honest with you.
Normal Strives back in the day is up here. Yeah, but now you've come down a bit.
When you say up here, what's he saying when he's up there, though?
Exactly, bro.
What's he saying when he's up here?
He's saying, bring Jamie Alonso in, bro. I don't want to take anywhere in my car.
I'm still there, but when I'm up there, what you guys have always failed to acknowledge about me is I can still be reasonable. Yeah. So I still give Arteta his credit. So I'm still there. Like, for me, this is why I say I like to add nuance and context to the scenario, like, whereby I'm like, we're still 4 points clear, which is why I say, as much as everyone you'd think that boy, the way like Doug said at the top of the episode, the way that the phone's been going off, you'd think that Arsenal's in a bloody crisis. What have you not? But bro, Arsenal have got 1 foot in the Carabao Cup final. I don't know if I said it right, but look, thank you. Yeah,
pretending like he doesn't know where it means.
No, because he pronounced it Carabao.
Yeah, I did the same. Carabao. I say Carabao.
I didn't know Carabao was Nigerian.
Final, bro.
Back in the day, we didn't care about that cup. I didn't even care what it was called. But we got 1 foot in the final there. We're still in the FA Cup. We look like we're the favourites now for the Champions League, unless we bucket English. Unless we bucket English side.
Me personally,
I
wouldn't say we're favourites.
Favourite?
Why are you laughing?
What? Because on top of this,
why are you laughing?
I wouldn't say we're favourites.
Why are you running?
Bro, because...
But I say we're in a good position.
Okay, but why wouldn't you say we're favourites? Why wouldn't you?
The reason I wouldn't say we're favourites...
It's not based off of a league table.
What is it based off of?
The only reason...
Winning.
No,
if I go onto betting apps right now, Arsenal have the shortest odds to win it.
But this is what
I'm not saying, and I'm not basing this on because Arsenal's won it in the past or what have you. I'm going by on form. And like you even said,
my wording for it.
I don't know why you're laughing though.
Favourites by bookies, but this is the thing. I feel like Arsenal, we set ourselves up in these positions where we say things and we know the reaction that it's going to give. Like, I would say, me personally, yes, on bookies, like, right, we're top of the thing, but we're not favourites because we still have the last 16, the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and the final to play to be favourites, to be the winners, So my thing right now is, I would say, like, right now we're standing good chance because we played Bayern Munich this season, played some good teams this season.
I'm glad you think that, but for me, I'm saying that we're favourites.
Bro, in knockout football.
No, because I think we're favourites provided we don't bucket English team.
The
only reason why I say, like, I still think we're better than the English teams in the competition, but I just think English teams know how to play against us. They you know what I mean? They know how to drown us out. Exactly. But I think every other team, with Arsenal, I think we've just progressively found a way to beat teams, which is why when people say that we play the ugliest football, I disagree. I say we just have found a way to win. We don't play the ugliest football. We will match. So if Manchester United came out to play in some respects, but what Manchester United did very smartly, and I like how Marly Marl was saying that they're ginnels, because they are, like, we probably should have had a little penalty, save Harry Maguire, but
them pennies, dude, that's what happened in bank holiday football, bruv. This is how I got my 2 pennies.
Well, the reason why I'm not going to moan about it, because I accepted it when Odegaard probably could have given away a penalty against Liverpool, so, you know, I'm not going to go too ham on that, but at the end of the day, could have been a penalty there. But why I say United are ginnels, because United will have this little flurry of like where you are kind of in control for like 5 or 10 minutes, and literally you're playing this counter-attack football. It's working well. You got your CMs dropping in deep, what have you not. You know, we're allowing you to set. You're hitting us on the counter. You're finding those spaces, but really and truly, it's individual errors. Like, if Saliba doesn't make
What do you think?
It's Zubimendi, sorry. It's Zubimendi.
No, but this is what I said.
Zubimendi was
This was a game that was characterized.
Where I was saying earlier.
But this is a game that was characterized, in my opinion, by errors and worldies. Without a Zubimendi gift.
Sorry, no disrespect. but you don't have, again, the top scorers of own goals. So you can't start saying now in this Man United game that mistakes and errors is a thing.
But Joey,
after thinking about it, you've got to kind of where I said at the start. Like I said, we're our own worst enemy. Like I feel like with any team we got, like you're saying we're favourites, to win the Champions League. I would word it differently in the sense that we're in a good position to win it, right? Providing, you never know, it's knockout football. You get a good run, good run to the final, you get there, you do it, we win it, boom, we've done it, right?
You know what the irony is?
But then it's the same like with the Man United game, like what you just said about, it's like you're kind of saying the same thing I said, but you're saying it in a different way. And this is what I'm trying to say. We're our own worst enemy because we give games away to teams. Like we make mistakes and we give teams the impetus and the confidence to kind of get at us. Like, you shut all of that down. Like you say, we take away the mistakes. What you limit Man United to their chances because you think the chances stem. Man United fans will look at it like, oh, high press. This, but we don't. They will look at it like, you know what?
We don't make that many chances. I
would agree because the reason I say I'd agree with that is because when you look at this, I mean, I don't really like to do stats like that, but when you look at the stats, like Arsenal are a team that concede the most chances out of all teams.
Concede the least.
That's
what I was going to say. We don't make that many mistakes. That's what I'm saying.
This is why it sets me back to what I'm saying. We are our own worst enemy because...
Like you know what the irony of this is, Doug, yeah? And sorry to cut you, yeah, but the irony is, me and you used to argue so much here, but I used to say, bro, you'll just have an issue with the way I'm talking because you're saying the same thing as me. So ironically, you're saying I'm saying the same thing as you, and I agree with you. But I said this from way back when I say that we're our own worst enemies. But why you lot hated the way I packaged it is because I was like, this is why I needed a new gaffer. You get what I mean? Because I'm like, if we are the engineers of our own destiny, and it's this gaffer that keeps on giving us this system or what have you not, whatnot. No, but I'm supporting him. But I'm supporting. But Joey, if you remember in pre-season, even you asked me, I was like, why? If you're so confident, you think Gyökeres is going to be the person that gets you to the league. You think you're going to do all these great things. Why aren't you saying you're going to win the league? And I said, probably because of Arteta. But really, obviously, I'm saying that like it's rage baiting, yeah. But ultimately, I was saying that we are our own worst enemies, and I've always said
that's
that.
Nothing to do with Arteta.
No, but okay.
Because if the players on the pitch are making the mistakes, and one thing I've always said,
remember,
and I said this
you see at the beginning of the episode, though, Doug. Remember, I kept asking you, who are you putting this down to? Are you putting this down to the player, or are you putting this down to the manager? And then both of you. Thank you. What I was gathering, it was a bit of both.
But the mistakes, the manager.
So when you now say it's nothing to do with Arteta, this is when I have to push back. It has got a little bit to do with
mistakes on the pitch, and this is one thing I say. I said this to Strives ages ago, right? And in the games last season that we wasn't scoring goals or we threw away the league or whatever, right? And we wasn't getting there. In those games, Arteta set the team up to win. We had the chances. The team wasn't good enough to finish the chances that they had. Yeah. But when you looked at those games, we had bare shots on target, couldn't score. You know, like even when we went through the period in January, we went 0-0, drew bare games in that January game. But when you looked at all the shots on target, we was like...
But bro, you got to remember, I just said that we're the favourites. You're the one that pushed back on me saying we're the favourites. Now you're telling me how good we are.
This is what I'm saying. You got to let me land because I'm not saying how good we are. But the point I'm trying to make is,
it's great, bro. They're top of the table, they're fighting. I can't believe it.
No, but you know what it is? Strives has a problem, right? Letting Arsenal fans, say their point of view without having to jump in and control the...
I told you I hate Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
And control
the narrative,
I love my boy down, but I hate Arsenal fans in general.
So this is what I'm trying to say because he has... Like, this is why we argue all the time, right? Because he has this thing, if like, man don't think his way... Then you, like, when it comes to Arsenal...
That's in all aspects of life.
If you're not thinking his way, then you're mad. And then it's like, it has this thing, it has to be right. Anyway, forget all of that, right? But the point I'm trying to make is the way Arsenal the way that Arteta sets the team up, he sets the team up to win. He's tactically, me personally, I feel like, yes, there's certain times where he trusts certain players and it don't work out for him. But tactically, in terms of trying to do what he needs to do to engineer the win, he kind of gets it right. But sometimes the players let him down in those moments because they can't score, they get the shots off or whatever. Like it just sometimes you get it tactically wrong. Like in this moment, in terms of just for example, the Man United game, the players let him down. They made mistakes that led to and at this level, you can get punished, especially if a team that wants to punish you for your mistakes, they will. Man United seized the opportunity, punish man. I don't think Doku scores a goal like that again because when I saw the guy, I was like, how the hell did he?
Yeah, Dogu.
Dogu.
You know his name. You know his name. Don't worry. You know his name. You know his name after this weekend, bro.
Whatever. They all alike anyway. You know what I mean? They're all the same.
Some fake Gareth Bell, bro.
Yeah, some fake. But either way, but like you said, they're all the same, innit? Like, you know, they all look alike. They all look alike. They all fucking look alike.
That's all right. We're racist to each other.
Where's he from? Cameroon. They all look alike.
So, question as you're speaking, the question just come to me. Like, do you think when Arteta sets his team up, do you think his first thought is to not lose a game, or do you think it's to
win a game? It's to win a game, but I feel like because you know why? With that defense, you don't need to set up to not lose the game.
No, but you say that though.
Because the defense is strong enough to.
I think where Doug is. I think it is to win, but I think it is. I think it's to win, but it's to.
Obviously, they don't want to lose. It's to win the game, but
hang on.
Actually, I'm with them. You know, I think it is to not lose. Still,
no one was asking me how comes Liverpool don't really have to face low blocks or they never get hit on the counter attack. That's last season when we won the title. Obviously, we get smashed by that. But my thing is, Slot's thing or Liverpool's thing was that you got Virgil van Dijk and you got Ibrahim Konate. They're two of the fastest centre backs in the league, innit? So we can be up on the edge of the centre circle. We can play that, but. For some reason, Saliba and Gabriel, they're pretty deep considering.
Nah, they're not.
No.
100% they're not.
You know what I mean?
They're not. Watch the game. Even watching the United game, they carry the ball forward. We play the game in the opposite. This season.
Yeah, but I'm talking about last season.
Even last season.
No, last season, them guys were very, very deep considering their pace and their ability as well. So that's why he was asking me that question, innit? And I think.
Even with your careers, it kind of leads to the fact that we're not trying to lose this game, bro.
No, but I feel that comes down to the system because
their manager's pragmatic. He needs the players to be in a position where if you do lose the ball, let's say Odegaard breaks the system and he does something that he wants to do, we have to be in a position where we can get back very quickly. I think when you're a top club of that level, if you look at the Jurgen Klopp team that won the title, the Man City teams that won the title, they just swallowed the L's when they're going to get hit on the counter because they know they're going to score goals.
Yeah.
Arsenal don't, or Arteta's system, it's not very confident that they're going to get a goal anytime in open play.
Yeah.
Obviously, with a set piece, that's why you got to spam the set pieces, but in open play, you're more likely to score a goal. It's more, do you know what I mean? It's more.
I think that's why they've leaned towards like them fine margin as well. But as in, I'm getting the best throwing specialist.
I personally don't agree.
I'm telling you, bro, it's all
because you know what?
Pieces and these fine margins is all for the fact that he's the most pragmatic manager with the best squad.
Yeah, that's my.
I feel like I don't agree. I feel like because last season we had Miles Lewis Skelly playing. I feel like when you got players that invert, like with Nkapie, and Nkapie bombs down the wing, he doesn't invert. Obviously, they asked of that of him, and then Timber inverts. I feel like when you have players inverting into the midfield, you can't push forward. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you clog the midfield in terms of, you see like what you're saying with...
I think we've moved away from that a little bit though. That's why MLS has struggled to get into the squad.
We've moved away from that a little bit, but then you see the problem like you're saying, like with you being too far forward, where you need to play a little bit deeper, you're getting, because you've got Kirkes and you've got Frimpong bombing on, it's leaving them two exposed to where now you do get hit really bad on the break. Like you looked at in the Bournemouth game when Semenyo killed you lot earlier on in the season. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So you was getting hit like that. So that's what I'm trying to say. So Arsenal, when you talk about defensive and our defensive record, it's hard to say that we set up not to lose because I think our defense is so strong. We defend a lot because we do get attacked a lot. You might not realise it, but we do. But the fact that our defence is so good, we block a lot of we block a lot of balls. We get in the way of a lot of things.
If you was gonna give a straight answer to it though, like if you was gonna if you had like £100 right now and you had to put it on red or black, red is, would Arteta say I don't want to lose this game, or would Arteta say I want to win this game? Where are you putting your money?
100%.
Red is I don't want to lose this game. Black is I'm going to win
Black,
this
he's
game.
going to 100% want to win the game.
Okay, fair
He
enough.
says, bro,
fair enough.
what manager, wait, all right, so wait. So you lot are telling me that Arteta as a manager that wants to win the league, wants to win everything, comes out to set up not to lose and not to win.
All right, so
That to me, listen to what you're actually saying.
No, because you win.
Listen to I feel like the system changed based on the strength of the defense, not because he doesn't want to lose. It's based on the fact. Wait, let me land. It's based on the fact that with defense, if you don't concede, you don't lose games, innit? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So they've based the system around the fact that the team hardly concedes. Remember, we was going through a record where Arsenal was going through clean sheets. Raya got golden, got up how many times? How many seasons in a row? Yeah,
you've been landed, bro. You've been landed, bro.
Yeah, so let me land. Yeah, so wait. Let me land.
How many plays you trying to land, bro?
Travis was getting. Let me just say, you see your defense. It's not happened by magic. It's not a mistake. He's gone for centre-backs here. Guys who play centre-backs. And he's put Calafiori
Wait, hold on. But we've had Gabriel Saliba for a time.
No. But you see Calafiori, he's not your average left-back.
You're not wrong.
But he wasn't bought as a left-back. He wasn't bought as a left-back.
You're not wrong, you know? Because I think you're taking offence to it. You're not wrong. You see, like, there's no wrong or right answer to it, in my opinion.
Because what manager? I know we're still top, but what I'm trying to say is... All right, no. What I'm trying to say is...
Because you're getting triggered, but you didn't need to get triggered.
I'm defending the question. I'm not getting triggered. I don't get triggered. I don't get triggered. I'm defending the question. Like, the point I'm trying to make is, right, and this is what I'm trying to say, it's easy to sit here and banter and say, my man sets up not to lose. Because listen. The reason why
Jose, he sets up not to.
No, but this is what I'm trying to say.
I think Arteta definitely sets up not to lose first. Because first I was where you were, but then when I thought about it, he definitely does. And look, and the reason why I say it, Big Doug, is because you can see it just in the way that we play games. Even in what I was trying to explain in the way that Odegaard doesn't now look for that cutting progressive pass through risk of a turnover position where he might take an extra touch or he might go into central and wait, and it gave Manchester United a chance to set up their block to be able to counter us. That is all that lends to a system whereby we are trying not to lose the game. We are being risk averse. We are trying to keep the ball, and in keeping the ball, that gives them less chances of creating a chance against us. But actually, what's now starting to happen, in my opinion, there's a shift in football that certain people, like a De Zerbi team, for instance, Brighton used to do it so sick back in the day. And obviously, big up Marseille, and big up Ethan Nuneri, by the way. No, game about Nuneri made his debut and scored in his debut for Marseille. But yeah, I can't remember. Greenwood got bigged up on the episode by Joey last week. But anyway, we digress here. But I'm just trying to say that there is now like a shift whereby it's you can control a team, you can control a game by just being resolute and saying, all right, guys, have the ball, do what you want. When you come in, hit you, boom, counter.
And that's what Liverpool did to Arsenal in the first.
I disagree.
Well.
You know why I disagree with that? Because, listen, sometimes certain teams force you to play a certain way. Arsenal force teams into a low block. It's like, then teams think because they get certain teams have got a draw out of a low block or nicked a 1-0 out of the low block with Arsenal. That is the system. That
do we think we forced Carrick yesterday?
Say that again.
Do you think we forced Manchester United?
What, into playing the way that they play?
Yeah.
Yeah, because put it this way, if Arsenal weren't at the races when the game started and Man United could dominate the play and attack us and do the things that they want to do, then that's what they would have done. I feel like because of the way we came out the blocks, they had no choice but to move into a defensive.
I think we set up the way we set up because we knew the way you played.
You're both kind of right. You're both kind of right.
What I'm trying to say.
You're both kind of right because if Arsenal,
the same thing.
Yeah, if Arsenal aren't as dangerous as they are, Manchester United won't set up that way. Yeah. But what I disagree with you is I don't think that Arsenal was so dope that Manchester United changed.
I never said they were so dope, but the point is when we came out of the game, when we put in the first 15-20 minutes, we was on them.
Yeah, but
not about being so dope, but we was on them. Like
no, but what you said though, you said that we forced United to play it that particular way. But what I'm saying,
because what you think? If
you're
on a team, if a team's juking you, let's say Liverpool's juking us, and we don't get into a low block and defend, and the strikers stay up and everyone stays up.
But this has this is why I say
go back
but this is why I agree with Marly Marl and you. But where you're not trying to hear anyone else, I'm trying to say to you that you're right in some respects, but where Marly Marl's right as well is I don't think Manchester United ever said we're going to come out and bop Arsenal. I think Manchester United. I think Manchester United said we're going to sit back and let them have the ball. But I think that they did that because of the way that we play. So that's where you're right. But what I'm trying to. But why you're wrong in a where you're wrong though is you're saying that we force teams to play that way. No, forcing teams to play that way is what we did to Manchester City. Where Manchester City would come and play against Arsenal and like, oh shit, this ain't working. We just got to put two banks of 5 back. Manchester United came out and said we know Arsenal's going to start quick. We know Arsenal's going to want to have all the ball. We know Odegaard's going to do all the
Let me just say something quickly. No team go into the training field and just set out to play a low block.
No, bro.
Let me land.
I've managed and I've told players to do that.
Let me finish. What the point I'm trying to make here is that managers will have the way that they want to play.
Yeah.
Right? But then you remember, in a big club like the top clubs in the league, in the Premier League and the top clubs around the world, you set up for all scenarios, innit? So you'll have your defensive training sessions, you have your attacking and training sessions.
Yeah.
You are adapt and you're ready for all types of situations and scenarios. Like Arsenal, yes, we play the way we play, but if we have to reform back into a low block in certain games when we had to defend a 1-0 or do whatever, we can easily go back into that.
Yeah.
We can go into a defensive block, because that's part of training, innit? So you recognise the game, you recognise the way that the train's going.
We all know ball. Like you're explaining ball to us. Like, we don't know it. But
so wait, let me land then. So what the point I'm trying to make is, yes, United might have been in training talking about playing defensively, understanding the fact Arsenal may dominate possession.
This is my problem with you sometimes. You don't have accountability sometimes. What
is me making a point now got to do with accountability?
You can't accept that we like, okay, let me ask you this. I'm just going to ask you this question. Did Manchester United deserve to win?
Did Manchester United deserve to win?
Or did we deserve a draw?
They deserve to win. They won the game.
So
they won the game.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, they won the game.
I'm proud of you.
What's there to be proud of, bro?
I'm just saying.
Wait, hold on.
When I said this is a psychological
but this is the thing, right?
Because I didn't think he would admit that. Because
wait.
As to why, like, Arsenal are so great and we fall.
No, bro.
Sometimes you just got to say a team.
And this is part of the problem. You put words in people's mouths. Like, I never said Arsenal was so great or never said nothing of the sort. So I'm just talking on what we're talking about now. So you can't refer back to conversations of old or refer back to anything. I'm talking, like, you're asking me questions that kind of irrelevant. You get what I'm saying?
You've been trying to land it for at least, like, about 40 minutes.
Yeah, but it's because at the same time, even in trying to land my point, man are still putting words in my mouth and trying to talk for me instead of me just, like, landing what I'm trying to say, innit? You get me? No, it's gone now because you interrupted me to tell everyone what you thought I was trying to say.
So you've been naughty boy, bro.
Cool. All right, cool. All right, fair enough. My bad then if I've made you miss your point. When you get it back, let us know. But ASAP.
It now.
But I think the overarching point is that I thought Man United were comfortable. To rebuttal your point, I think Man United were comfortable, and I think we set up the way we set up, knowing you guys were going to play the way you were going to play.
Okay.
And then like your careers has got like because there's bare things that
we catching the blind. We didn't even talk about that.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna have
exactly what I came here for.
We're gonna have to move on a little bit. You know what I mean? Like
today I got time.
It is what I came here for. Today I came for your careers, bruv. That lumberjack.
Can't the Liverpool section.
We can because there's bare things that's happened in this game that we haven't had a chance to even touch on, and this is why like I know you're thinking I'm trying to put words in your mouth. I'm actually not. It's just I think that okay, Arteta realised that we weren't. What was going? What he set out to do wasn't working. To the point he sent 4 men on at the same time.
What did you think of that, Ali?
I was proud.
You think that was normal?
Proud of him, bro.
I thought it was unhinged.
I thought it was unhinged as well.
But I was proud of him for trying to do something to change it.
But I've seen him do this before. Like,
really?
Yeah, I've seen.
What was the circumstances?
Because it's like I feel like he said me like the game was lost. Like the game we was losing, and I feel like he said me tried to
Liverpool.
I feel like he said me tried to flex. Like it's like I can bring on these players. I've got these men because he never brings on 4 players. He's only done that like in. I feel like 2 or 3 times I can imagine where he's made these amount of changes, where it's like, I've got these men, I'm going to switch it up, change up the whole game and do what I do,
What do you think of the changes, though? Like,
but the thing is, the changes...
Do you think it helped us or what?
The changes, I feel like, made a difference, but at the same time...
I think Madueke should have never touched pitch.
I feel like Gabriel Martinelli should have played.
Thank you.
Yeah, 100%.
Did Gabriel get on?
That's my guy.
Yeah, Gabriel should have gone.
But and this is where I got an issue with. I'm sorry to all of you that think I've got an issue with Arteta. I haven't had an issue with him for the whole season. But here is where Martinelli, he was dead against Nottingham Forest.
He wasn't.
He should have gone.
I'll be honest. He had that chance that he missed, but he had that chance.
So what? So what? You exile him?
Exactly. That's what's
because I don't understand how you bring.
I don't even know if I feel like it's an exile thing because I feel like this is the thing. Like there might have been.
So why are you bringing
me personally? I feel like it should have been. Should have brought Martinelli because I feel like you should have played Martinelli.
I think you should have started Marino on top as well.
Me too, because Gabriel Jesus, I know he banged. By the way,
he's an impact.
I get he did well against Inter Milan. That was decent. But bro, like he didn't even get a shot on target, bro. There was times here when I'm looking at the picture and we're trying to look for a pass. I'm like, where is Cabby? Like, I don't even know where you are, bro.
Right.
Like, I don't know where this guy was. And then you're trying to chase a game. Bro, you take off Gabriel Jesus and you bring on Gyökeres.
When Gyökeres came on, I was like, all right.
Game over, bro. I was surprised he scored.
We was messaging the group, innit? Yeah, I was happy, bruv.
I was surprised he scored. I knew you wouldn't score from open play.
I said that he was going to score
from a set piece, but obviously you said that, but you didn't believe it.
He didn't believe it. He was open.
Did you think Gyökeres was going to change the game when he came on?
I feel like Gyökeres, main person, I feel like he got the whole lineup wrong. I feel like Gyökeres should have started.
That's what some people said.
I think Marino should.
Yeah, like I said, I said this earlier on today. I said like I could see us probably reverting back to Marino up top.
That's when we looked our best.
Yeah, like and
that bin should have been done. Yeah, that bin should have been done. But
but I just feel like the thing is like the way the football is right now and the way that Arsenal play with Gyökeres in the team, I feel like it just occupies players, innit? Like I know certain man laugh at all of that kind of stuff and whatever, but there's obviously a reason why the record is the way it is, innit? So something is happening on the pitch that is acquiring us to have them open spaces, allowing our wingers to be more one-on-one with our...
But
you get what I'm saying?
I hope you do.
You don't.
For the last 3 games, I don't know if that Gyökeres thing has legs though, because
it does a little. It does.
0 goals in the last 11. I don't even know what the stat was for certain.
Yeah, but the thing is, you
look, not as involved as they should.
Yeah, but then
considering what everyone's.
Yeah, but you look at that, but then everyone wants to bring up this stat and then be like, oh my god, they attack, but we're top of the league. We're top of the league of Champions League. So goals are going in.
Hang on, I've got to stop you there because you lot are top of the league. But if we're talking about it in terms of the games where you've dropped points, you lot should be a top by 12 points. There should be 12
but that's not how it works.
Why do you say we should be?
That's not how it works, though.
Nottingham Forest game you should have won. Liverpool game, you rightly said that you lot were dominating that game. You should have won that game as well,
the first
bro.
one?
The last one that just happened. You lot should have won that game, bro. So my thing is that if you lot have got Gyökeres,
but that's only 2 games.
My point is that if you got that, but then that's 6 points. Yeah. So you should be 12 points. 12,
but that's not how that's not how it works to win the league.
No, it doesn't work like that because
you should know this. If anyone, what you're saying as a Liverpool fan,
opened up a big gap. We opened a big gap when we won the league.
What you're saying as a Liverpool fan, you of all person should know that's not how it works.
And the stats are a little bit flawed as well.
And that's all nice, yeah. That sounds nice, right? Yeah. That Arsenal should have this amazing league, but in a 38-game season, that's not how it works.
You spoke about Gyökeres opening up space for your wingers,
but you talk about
I don't see that when I watch Gyökeres play.
No, but you talk about the Nottingham Forest game, right?
Yeah.
For example, right?
And I get the hiccups. Don't get me wrong.
No, but it's not even that. You go away to Nottingham Forest. It's Sean Dice, bro. Like Sean Dice normally beats us every away game that we go to in previous seasons.
They beat us 3-0 at home.
No, but forgetting
preaching to the choir, bro.
Forget who it is. Remember, we have our own personal battles with certain managers and clubs.
Yeah.
So you look at the managers that we beef the most are the ones that we take the most points off of us. Yeah. So you look at Unai Emery. Villa beat us in Christmas. Yeah. 2-1, scored the late goal. He's a pagan for us, yeah. You look at Sean Dice, he's another one.
Yeah.
So I remember my brethren was saying, we dropped points. I was saying, bro, to be fair, that's Nottingham Forest is kind of a good point.
Bogey,
because they normally beat us. Like, not they, but I'm talking Sean Dice, the way that he sets his teams up against Arsenal.
What I'm saying is only in reference to your wingers.
What you're saying.
It's only in reference to your wingers.
No, but what I get what you're saying is that you're saying these games we should have all got points. But then
No.
But then you can look at City and say the same thing.
No, I'm not saying you should have got points.
The rule doesn't apply just to one team.
Wait, I'm not saying you should have got
what
points.
I'm saying?
I'm talking specifically about your wingers in those games because remember we were talking about the no games, and I'm saying I don't think Gyökeres adds to your wingers in those games like the narrative is where he occupies the two centre-backs so the wingers can get in the game. I'm not seeing that in the games because in the Nottingham Forest game, and I watch every Arsenal game because it's so hard to watch Liverpool games, bro. So I'm watching the games and I'm not seeing the things that people were selling Gyökeres on.
Yeah, but it's not only just opening up space for the wingers. Like in certain games, it's opening up space in that little final third on the edge of the box where a lot of teams occupy that space when they sit in a low block. And that's what I'm trying to say. In certain games where he may not be scoring goals, he's occupying players. You see that? Like, I've seen it in times when we've.
Let me ask you though, Doug, yeah, because obviously it sounds like you're defending Gyökeres.
I'm not defending it. I'm just saying this is what.
I'm just saying this is what it sounds like.
It's played out, though.
No, I know. I'm just saying that's what it sounds like. So just to ask you directly, when you acquired Gyökeres for Arsenal, did you buy him to do the stuff that you're describing?
Of course not.
But
this is like I just said it twice. I said to you, I'm describing and explaining what I'm seeing happening over the season.
Right.
So I'm not saying that I'm happy with that.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying you're happy with it. But
understand. Listen, I want my striker to score goals.
Right. So that's what I was saying.
Yeah, but it's not happening. But I've seen the difference. That it's not like he's come in and made an impact, but what I'm trying to say is how the team has played.
We get it. But
the pros of what has happened.
But what I'm saying is, so I get it because you've explained it, and I've even said similar things in the pods, so I'm not against you. But what I'm saying now is, forget that, and that don't be defensive when I'm asking you this. Is if that's not what you bought him for, would you say, Gyökeres has been value for money thus far as you're concerned? Or is it too early for you to write him off? Do you still feel like he's going to bring you what you wanted when he came into the...
I want him to. Like, at the end of the day, let me land and explain myself.
No, because
before you talk let me talk. But let me just talk then, so don't interrupt me, innit? And let me say what I got to say. Like I said, it's his first season, innit? Yeah? A lot of players in their first season in the Premier League don't really hit the road running, innit? And we've seen that with strikers in the pro. So I want him to become good. I want him to get his goals, and I want to see that happen right now.
The problem with this
you just interrupted me,
no, I'm interrupting you because you said I said I'm asking you a direct question.
But then
you're telling me what you want.
Question doesn't get your yes or no answer. You're telling me you want. I'm explaining my answer. So can I explain it?
I don't want the explanation. I don't want it. I want you because I know what you want.
Or ask someone else the question.
All right, cool.
Hey, within time they'll eat themselves.
No, because I'll tell you why I'm saying this. Yeah, it's because I know what Arsenal fans want.
Yeah.
And everybody... all right, I know what Arsenal fans want. If you're not an Arsenal fan, then cool. But I know what Arsenal fans want. So everybody wants their striker to hit the ground running, what have you not. I want him to hit the ground running, what have you not. So when obviously Big Doug is saying that he wants Gyökeres to do all this, I know what he wants. But what I'm asking is what we've
based on what you've seen.
Based on what you've seen, you get what I mean? So I'm just saying, cut the emotion out of it. Let's talk.
You know what's frustrating me is that when I'm trying to talk, you keep interrupting.
Because I just want you to get to that thing so that we can move on.
Allow me to say what I'm saying then.
Boys, we got to move.
Oh, let's just move it on.
Yeah, let's.
But if man's gonna interrupt me when I'm trying to say what I'm saying, then what's the point in asking me a question?
I've told you a good couple of times.
I can answer a question.
Yeah,
based on what I've seen, I think he lacks the fundamentals to do what Arsenal fans would have hoped he'd come in to do. You understood teams play low blocks against you, and you was hoping that he would be a fox in the box, similar to Harlot, like be able to sniff out a goal.
Yeah.
And I think what I've seen from him, I think he's a bit too clunky to do it. people look at his goals that he scored for Sporting Lisbon. He does need a lot of space in behind. But what we've also seen is that the defenders in those leagues weren't as good as the defenders in our league. So where he's dribbling and it's hitting his shins and his stomach.
You're dumb, bro.
No, legit.
Man said he scored from his cock.
When that's happening, like he's given a lot of time for a better quality defender to recover. So it's those are his issues. That's why I see.
I don't know. I think for me, like I think with your careers, I think like I've said from early, man. I think we're just gonna carry this guy along. I think obviously I was probably one of the most excited guys about having a striker. I think Arsenal need to develop our attack in a different way. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Everything that we've done, everything that we've all been explaining throughout this whole podcast is like even the way that you guys beat us is. And the stats that I think what Sky's doing is nasty. It's nasty. Like
for a team that's top of the table, I can't believe what's happening.
Yeah, it's
like I was saying today, they should be talking about, can Arsenal win a quadruple? That's what they'll be doing if it was Man City and Liverpool. But
they're trying to hone in on what has been a trauma response. And obviously, I know I'm not even trying to rage bait even Doug at the moment. Yeah, but why I say is that sometimes I feel like Arsenal fans, we go into it is because when I'm trying to tee you up to hit these guys with certain things, but you're trying to explain
them with anything.
I know you don't.
My opinion.
I know.
If someone asks me a question, I'm entitled to talk how I think. I don't need to tee anyone up. See, and that's the problem with football debates now. Everyone feels like they need to win arguments instead of just talking. Like, I shouldn't have to win an argument or have everyone.
But this is the problem. You're calling it an argument.
No.
No one was arguing.
Can I talk? Like, I don't. No, you're saying like
I'm telling you, I agree with you.
Wait, you're saying I'm teeing you up to hit man with something. Yeah, I don't need to hit anybody with anything. My opinions are my opinions alone. So if you ask me a question, I'm entitled to answer it how I feel. So if you're asking me about my striker and how I feel about the striker, I'm entitled to answer it. I don't need to be teed up to answer it in a way that delivers it to any way other than how I want to answer the question, innit?
Fair enough.
And if my opinion differs from anyone else, it's my opinion.
Fair enough.
I don't need to.
The only problem is,
if I'm asked the question, I should be allowed to answer.
Problem is, I wasn't getting you. I
was the same with Hoyland, and I recognise. I recognise this. We need to come back at the end of the season.
But the thing is,
I've been there.
But you're the same with Hoyland.
Yes, I've been there too, bro.
You know what's great?
This is the thing. My thing is, I never answered the question because I never got a chance to.
Yeah.
You're basing.
You had a chance to. I promise you. On everything, you had a chance to.
You're interrupting me. Like, yes, if you're saying that man hasn't lived up to the expectation, of course he hasn't. Like, we've not seen the numbers, we've not seen it yet. Yeah. If I'm going forward, I want to see my striker play better, be better. I'm hoping so, and that is it, long and short, innit?
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not even like trying to like I said, I'm not trying to rage bait you or draw you out. It's more so.
You definitely are.
No, I'm not. I'm actually not.
Because if you weren't, you would let me answer my own questions.
No. It's bro. We've been going for an hour and a half, and we ain't even touched on any other game yet. That's the only reason. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're taking this stuff personal, but bro,
I'm
man.
not taking it personal, but I don't call no one out and interrupt them or try to draw no one out. I'll listen.
Remember? You're nominated for a big Momo on your podcast. So you know what I'm talking about here, bro. I'm just trying to... Bro, you know how this is run, bro. You know, we've got to run through a particular set of games. Like, so I'm not trying to get onto you. That's what we do the loose cannons for. We argue. This wasn't loose cannons. So we're here to just get through a particular game. And
if you needed to move on to another segment, why are you asking me another question?
Bro, because I didn't think that you was going to go for...
Bro, you didn't even give me a chance. I didn't even spend a minute talking on it. Like...
All right, hey, listeners, yeah.
I tried to start
Imagine if they finished second, bro.
I started talking and man.
Hey, let's click this out.
We gotta get you back in for when you don't win the league.
Let's click this up, yeah, and find out, yeah, if I gave a Big Doug a chance to answer the question.
I started talking, and as soon as I started saying what I was saying, you started interrupting me.
Come.
Fair enough. But alright, cool. So basically I'm on a thing of Sky are nasty, innit? So where they're nasty and
no more Arsenal, bro.
Yeah. Where they're nasty and they're moving on these agendas kind of thing, like, oh, you've got like some certain man, Gyökeres, for instance, non-penalty goals, what have you not, in the Premier League. Okay.
That's an important stat, though.
Yeah, but then
it paints a picture.
But you know what it is? It has to be consistent. Like if you're saying non-penalty goals Gyökeres, non-penalty goals Martinelli, non-penalty goals Saka, but what they're doing, wait a second, is they're saying non-penalty goals Gyökeres.
Yeah.
They're saying all comps Madueke. They're saying they're saying Premier League goals Saka, for instance. So they're just basically trying to find a way to make Arsenal look terrible.
I don't think so. So I saw the stat in it. Like, obviously, you're gonna have to go all comps for Madueke because he's not doing anything in the Premier League. No. For
Madueke, they said Premier League. If they went all prompts for Madueke, then you would have seen.
Okay, yeah.
Because he's got goals in the Champions League.
Yeah.
I think FA Cup.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But then, so the thing is that the conversations about Madueke aren't about Madueke in the FA Cup and the Champions League. They're about Madueke in the Premier League. So they're reacting to what's happening, to real-time conversations, innit? People aren't talking about Saka in the Champions League, but they're talking about Saka in the calendar year. So that's why they're bringing up stats about Saka in the calendar year or non-penalties. You know what I mean? They're literally just responding to what people are talking about. And I don't know if you they've linked up with Gary Neville's like fan kind of inspired in thingy. So that's why they're doing like a more of a social media response. It's not about you.
All right, so let me challenge you on that then, yeah? Because obviously you're a Liverpool fan, yeah? Liverpool are playing, and again, I'm trying to keep it like, I'm going to try and keep it as, I'm not trying to rage bait you here. Yeah. And you know when you preface a comment, it sounds like whatever's going to say might induce rage in you.
Yeah.
But Liverpool have played disgusting football. Like your football has... You
watched the game?
I tried to.
You can't tell me it's disgusting then if you
No.
If you didn't watch the whole 90 minutes,
No, but
so that's
Joey,
why it is rage bait. But go on.
But Joey, the reason why I've tried to and I struggle to is the football has been horrific.
There's no way you can do that and watch Arsenal games. That's what I want to preface what I'm saying with that. There's no way you can do that and watch all Arsenal.
But this is what I'm trying to say. It's a narrative because if you're actually watching football with your eyes, Arsenal are way more better to watch than Liverpool. Liverpool, you guys have...
No, 100%. Recently.
The thing is, you rely on set pieces. You're just rubbish at them.
What do you mean relying on set pieces?
Bro, you do. Like, when's the last time you...
I don't want to do a slanging match.
I'm not doing a slanging match.
What's your question to me, bro?
I'm bringing it to you because the thing is, you were comfortable sitting there talking about Sky's agenda against Arsenal. And my challenge is...
From a neutral, as a neutral on that topic.
But you're not even a neutral. You're a Liverpool fan.
I'm a neutral, bro, because my thing is that...
Well, I'm a neutral.
Do you know, hang on, let me say why I'm a neutral, because you always complain about PJ Millwell, Sky, the media, and all of those things, but you don't bring any statistics to back it up. So that's why I said, hang on.
You know why that's false? Because there's been...
Let me land. My only point is that you don't have anything to back up what you're saying.
That's a lie, because we've had episodes where I've spoken about the PJ Millwell incident.
And what did you say? What did you say that was circumstantial evidence? That wasn't.
Guess what? I'm not talking about PG MOL right now.
You're talking about the media. You're talking about Sky.
You're talking about Sky. And I don't care about PG MOL.
You're talking about Sky. You brought up Sky.
No.
So tell me when the Sky have treated Arsenal like they haven't treated any other club. Give me that example.
What do you mean? Tell me. With Liverpool, for instance. Give me that example. Liverpool never get treated. Okay.
Tell me when. I need tangible.
Shut your mouth and I'll do it.
Okay.
Because when you won the league, when you won the league in 2019-20, you guys had the most set pieces. The narrative, I can show you articles, it can get clicked up, where you were getting praised for your set pieces when you won that league in the COVID season when everybody was sick. When everyone was ill.
Did he just say won that league?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right then.
What's that got to do with the price of fish? He's asked for evidence. I've given it to him.
No, you didn't give me. You gave me what you consider evidence. I don't consider that as evidence.
Can I interject? Let me go. The thing is with Arsenal, yeah.
Victim.
I'm going on to Liverpool now.
No, because they're talking about set pieces. Like,
exactly, bro. Victim.
The reason people get onto Arsenal...
How can I be victim? I'm happy we score set pieces.
No, you're not, bro. You're not.
That's nonsense. That's nonsense. I don't care.
No, emotions. Let me land, bro.
No, because you're going to get to say it.
Let's say what
That's fine, yeah. That's fine, yeah. And you get to say what you're going to say, Marley, but hey, what I'm trying to say, Joey can't come here and tell me what I like and what I don't like. I don't give a toss whether we score 99 open play goals
Anyone
or
watching,
105.
who do you think gives a toss out of me and Strand, bro? That's all I'm saying,
What are you
bro.
even talking about? I don't care, bro. I'm top of the league. You're
Wait. Let Marley say what he's going to say, because it will get silly. It will get silly. Let Marley say what he has to say. Let Marley say
I thought we done the Arsenal section. Let Marley
That's what I'm talking about, Liverpool.
All I was going to say to point about set pieces, like, the fact that Arsenal scored so many set pieces, there's nothing wrong with that.
Of course not. That's why I'm happy.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. It's just that I think it's because of the narratives that you're not scoring as many open play goals as well, as to why people say Arsenal ain't as good.
No, but let me
how many goals did we score that season?
How many goals
did we score that season?
That's the reason I brought it up, because they
if I know what Strands is saying, yeah, as an Arsenal fan, right, I'm just gonna put it in land it differently, right? So basically, you see what they've done with that 0 goal thing, right?
Yeah.
Basically, what they do, and you've seen it, they do it in Manchester United with the Amarim stuff. Like, Sky have moments where I feel like, me personally, watching it, I feel like they do, when they have the opportunity to get at Arsenal, even when Arsenal are doing well, they try to create narratives.
100%.
So it's like the other day, like even with the own goal thing that they put in it, right?
Yes, bro.
Yeah? Even with the 0 thing, and like Strands is trying to say, they had to pick the different, for each player, it's not like they just kept it all Prem.
Exactly.
They had to choose. They picked different competitions and different things for every player to get a 0. And then they put that demographic out there.
Agreed.
So, and they do it at a time when they like. I feel like the media have a way of trying to create extra pressure, creating extra laughs, creating extra drama. That's because around us. And I see they do.
No, wait. See, that's where.
Wait, I never finished though. I was gonna say I see them do it to other clubs.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
But I do feel.
What clubs have you seen them do it to?
Liverpool,
United,
and United, bro.
I've seen them do.
So United's different. So
wait, let me.
You know why United's different? Because United are the most hated club alongside Arsenal. Facts. Facts. Liverpool.
What is that fact based on? How can you say facts and you're not basing it on anything?
Facts.
I've seen them.
Facts.
I've seen this season they mention works. I've seen them this season.
Exactly, bro. It's sacked.
All I'm trying to say is,
you're lying, bro.
Where I agree with Strands is that I feel like, because most of the sports media companies are like northern fan bases. Yeah. I feel like they share that animosity towards Arsenal. So that I've seen it on TalkSport.
So what have you seen
remember,
about
all the pundits are like United fans, Liverpool fans. So I've seen that where you have that bias where they get onto Arsenal and they
forget Arsenal. What did you see about Works? Because you know what?
Yeah, when Works,
I got onto Works, and fans got onto Works. Sky did not.
You got a 007.
Everyone gets a 007. But listen to me. Hey, I'm trying. And let's be honest. Can you keep quiet?
Sky's not the only sports outlet.
No, but I've seen them get onto Works.
That's who I'm complaining about.
I've seen Sky get onto Works. I've seen them go onto Works.
Okay, but I'm saying, but you said that.
Because you remember, all seasons, this is the only time in January Works has actually shown up and started.
Exactly.
So trust me, prior to that, there was articles in October, where they're talking about his performances.
But anyway, we're moving off the topic a little bit, because what my thing was, what I first started off with is, obviously there's a big hoo-ha being spoken about Arsenal set pieces, etc., etc. But what I'm trying to say is, for instance, Manchester United have scored.
We scored behind Liverpool, right?
No, you have your behind us. So set pieces.
We haven't scored.
You might
we're
even
like 17th in the league.
Well, in the Champions League you were ahead, but we're not talking about Champions League. No. But in the Premier League, Manchester United are probably, you might even be ahead of, you might be balanced. Like, it's very close. Do you hear about Manchester United being a set piece team FC?
Yeah, but Strife.
No. Can you? I've asked the question.
You don't. Strife. The answer to your question is no. And Marly said that. Can we give why?
I'm going to move on.
No, you can't do that.
I'm going to move on.
Strife, you can't do that. The reason why is because Man United are not going for the title.
I'm moving on.
They're not going for the title. You love to do that.
I'm moving on. I don't actually understand how you can tell me I can't make my point, how I'm making my point.
Yeah, because it's a conversation for everybody to have.
That's fine, but
it's not just for you to consume.
So let me say what I'm saying, and then you can have your conversation. Because the thing is, you said something wrong, and you don't want me to.
What did I say wrong?
Because you've said to me that I am emotional about Arsenal having set pieces, but
I
which
never
I'm
said
not.
you're emotional. I never said that.
Which I'm not.
I never said that,
You said
bro.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
you
but I didn't say you're
I've got a
emotional,
problem
bro.
with it. So what does that mean? Is that not a display of emotion?
No, it's not, bro.
All right, let's not get into semantics.
bro.
Let's not get into semantics.
Being the only one that weren't won on the weekend feels different, man. This is you guys fight them.
Strives is behaving differently. All the last episodes, we've been best of pals. We've been like this.
No,
all of a sudden now, all these guys, the gang is here.
You know, but because Joey's being a fraud, yeah. Because what it is what I don't like, yeah, is I feel like we need to be able to, because I've been honest about Arsenal. Like I've pushed back. How can Doug be an Arsenal fan and be annoyed at the moment?
But you said you hate all Arsenal fans. You said you hate all Arsenal fans.
I feel like I like
words in my mouth again. I never said I'm annoyed.
He told you doesn't like that.
I'm not annoyed, but what I'm annoyed at is that you're not allowing man to land my point.
And he said he hates all Arsenal fans. Verbatim, that's what he said.
First of all, I didn't put words in your mouth. I just said that you're annoyed, and then so I just
I'm not annoyed.
Well, I said that's what I think you are.
Boys, we're not getting to Liverpool in this episode.
I thought you were annoyed, and you said that you're. You said I put words in your mouth, and then you just said what I'm annoyed about. So you actually just said that. But anyway, let's move on. So. With what? No, because you guys are trying the wrong person. So if you want to do that, you can do that. No, that's true.
No, I'm standing you, bro.
I'm gonna. Once you guys do the noise, I keep the point in my mind, and then I'll give you the point still.
Let me send this to my
Robin Wolverine, bro.
Because Joey's talking about.
This is a crash out.
This is not
a valid crash out.
How can it be a crash out?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to ask you, bro.
Liverpool.
Why are you crashing out for, bro? We lost.
Liverpool, have scored 2 set pieces over the weekend, and the thing is as well, yeah. What I think Liverpool have had probably like 100+ corners, yeah, and you've only scored like maybe 2 of them.
119 corners.
119.
We've got 2 corners in 119.
You've got 2 of them. So, and we've seen Arne Slot complain. We've seen him complain about the fact that you're dead at set pieces. I've seen Arne Slot, not only Arne Slot complain about being dead at set pieces, I've seen Arne Slot complain about the low blocks, etc. But then what I'm seeing, and why I've said that there's a difference in the way that you're handled in comparison to other clubs is because, if we're going to talk Arsenal, namely Arsenal, is because what you're complaining about Arsenal about, I'm happy. I don't mind. Because there's teams that would love to be in our position, set pieces this, set pieces that. But what I'm saying is, it's being vilified. Like, we're being is that the word? Vilified? Yeah, we're being vilified for these things. We're talking about open play goals. And I'm saying Liverpool have been playing horrific football. There's defensive errors. Liverpool fans globally are not happy with the way that they're playing.
So I don't understand. What's the point?
What do you mean, what's the point? I was leaning on to it, and then you started arguing with me about my set pieces.
No.
I'm getting on to
I didn't argue about you about the set pieces.
So yes, I'm saying Liverpool are playing in this particular way, and obviously it leads me onto the Bournemouth game, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously we can't, I don't know if we can touch on it more because we soon probably got to wrap up. Yeah. But it leads me onto the Bournemouth game. Liverpool are 2-0 down. Mm-hmm. Yeah, playing horrific. Defensive errors, VVD, he made up for it with a goal, but VVD, defensive errors. And it's not the first time that we've had defensive frailties within the Liverpool squad. Throughout the whole way, and this is my opinion, I will genuinely give you the floor and you can rebuttal what I'm going to say, but just let me say what I'm saying first, and then you've got something to come back with.
Brother, say it.
When you've started the seasons, Arne Slot started out with the way that he started playing last season when you won the Premier League. Now Arne Slot's playing with a diamond. He's had to kind of like rejig his system to play this new style of football, which I feel has been forced on him by, is it Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes? Or is it Richard Edwards? Yeah, Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes, yeah? So now he's had to change his way of playing. McAllister's playing poor. Everyone's playing poor at Liverpool. I don't see, and I know you're saying because Arsenal's going for the title, but Liverpool's the Premier League champions. I don't see the same level of energy put towards your club when you're also set pieces in the Champions League. You're trying to do set pieces in the
question. No, we've been getting riffed. I don't think it's the same level. I agree with Straps. But
They're saying it was Arsenal.
Yeah, and I don't think it is.
Because they haven't got fan channels.
No.
But you see, Strive's already answered the question he already gave the answer in his question, innit? It's because we're the champions, innit? I don't know what more you want me to say, because I've been saying that all season. Like, there's less pressure when you have won a title, your second title in 34 years, yeah? You've won that, than a team that hasn't won a title in 20 years. We both know that. So you keep on asking these questions. It's like, what's Sky going to do? They're going to do the best thing for their shareholders, which is make money, bruv. They're not going to make money by talking about Liverpool when their fans are satiated by them winning the title last season. They're going to make money by triggering Arsenal fans for doing things when they know that
It works with us as well.
So can I just say something?
So I don't understand why we always have this convo.
I might be the best one to deliver this, because I get what Strives is trying to say. And a guy made a video the other day, and he best summarized it, that he was basically saying when Arsenal are playing well, a lot of media outlets and a lot of content creators struggle for content because they make money, and the best content is talking about Arsenal at the moment.
Yes, bro.
So what the media, and you see it on TalkSport, because TalkSport forever are posting stuff about Arsenal. They're forever posting, and Arsenal, hate it or love it, are like probably the most talked about team right now in English football. Do you get what I'm saying?
But you don't get why.
I understand it.
Would you agree then that it's a narrative then?
No, I don't think it's a narrative.
Oh
but
my
wait.
God.
Trav, you asked me a
God.
question. When you watch EastEnders, yeah, you see like you got Steve and
telling me it's a narrative,
Bro,
but then I asked them.
Listen, you asked me a question. You're not letting me answer. When you got these love interest in like EastEnders or a soap, yeah, what people love is, will they get together? Will they win? It's a willy won't he? Willy won't he? With Arsenal and winning major honours, it's a willy won't he? Willy won't he? The media they're not. Let me finish. Let me finish, bruv.
It wasn't about major honours.
Let me finish.
It was about set pieces.
Let me finish,
open
bruv.
play goals, and the style of football.
Everything falls into it.
It's not about major
Everything
honours.
falls into it, because as long as you don't win the title, they're going to use anything to drive up content. While it's a willy won't he? As long as you are not, let me finish.
Last time you won a title,
bruv, you're not letting me say anything.
Won a trophy.
You're not letting me say anything, bruv.
I don't think it's a title. I think it's trophy. As to why you would be content.
No. Hang on, Marly. Do you know why? Marly, do you know why it's not a trophy? It's a major, isn't it? Because there's certain things in it. Like, for example, if you take away the majors in it, you were in a Europa League final in it. The last Europa League final you lot was with Emery, but the fact is that you haven't won any of those things. So anything that's going to separate you from the top teams that you lot are amongst, because you have the ability and you have the pedigree, they're going to use it as an example, and they're going to use it to drive anxiety and drive clicks and rage bait. All it is a rage bait. It's not a narrative.
You say the same thing all the time, right?
Go on.
And that's why I asked Marly Marl, when's the last time they won a title? Because Manchester United get the same level of scrutiny, like to the point that
I don't think they get the same level of scrutiny.
I know you don't think that.
How
you don't think anything. Like, we know what you think and what you don't think. But I don't think it's. I don't think it's.
You see what you think and what I think. We know that it's never going to be the same. So how do you quantify any of these things other than it being the same conversation every week? How do you quantify it?
I've told you how I quantify it. I think the media hate Arsenal.
What does that? That's not.
But you've asked me a question. I've answered it. But
what's 2 plus 2? You said 8.
So I don't think the media hates any particular team. If I'm being honest, I think they work off who's going to get the most engagement.
And who gets the most engagement?
Arsenal.
And Manchester United.
Yeah.
So all right, cool. So all right, you might not like the way I'm answering the question, but essentially what I'm saying is, you will get agendas and narratives built upon, and in my opinion, unfairly or not weighted or distributed evenly between the Premier League club, but you'll get more rage bait in media levered at Arsenal or Manchester United. And then when I now position the question to talk about how dead Liverpool are playing, how you guys can't score any of your corners, how you guys are literally useless defensively, and trying to now navigate the conversation to Liverpool, you started shouting at me and saying, you're not happy about your set pieces, etc.
You didn't try to navigate it, bro. You're speaking about Arsenal. Why are you using Arsenal?
I'm trying to
talk
move
about
away.
Liverpool. We spoke about Arsenal for 2 hours.
Days.
Just say Liverpool.
That's what
Just say Liverpool. You didn't do that, bro.
Okay, again.
You talked about how you are feeling injustice with relation to Liverpool.
Clip
Long
this,
thing, bro.
clip this admin and then find out.
Fucking admin, bro. I'm the fucking admin, bro.
I'm doing the fucking clipping around here, big man. But quickly, yeah.
So when you go back, you will hear that I've been trying to talk about Liverpool, and you trying to tell me.
Let's be real. But let me make a point, though. But let me just make a point to touch on what Strives is saying, because I feel like Strives he's delivered this in such a mad way that he's just like took it left and right.
You rattled him, dog. You rattled him, bro.
No, but I don't know. Wait, let me
listen to the episode. You actually hear that I've stayed on.
I feel like what the narratives. I do agree there are narratives that get pushed with Arsenal, right? But I feel like yes, it's partly to do with the fact that Arsenal sells, Arsenal creates clicks, Arsenal creates views, yeah. But then I also feel like the narratives have also created to create pressure, to create talking points.
Exactly.
That Arteta will say something in an interview, it will get cut. The question will get cut out. It will get posted up like he said this, and then it will go out. Remember when they were talking about the footballs? Yeah, and he said that. But they left out the fact that they had asked him a question about the footballs,
and they tried to do it about the handball. Some of the tried to do it with the handball.
Some of the stuff Slaughter said this season. If Arteta said it,
so there are narratives to create.
I want to get back to.
Let me carry on because so there are narratives.
We talk about Arsenal.
No, but I'm just finishing off what you said. So then
I was trying to talk about Liverpool.
But basically, what I'm trying to say is that I feel like Liverpool don't have that with their club. Like Arsenal, there's always, no matter what happens, even when we're winning games, there's always some form of narrative being pushed about Arsenal to create some sort of talking point or whatever. Like Arsenal are top of the league. Yeah, yes, their strikers and their attackers ain't really scoring, but we lose the game against United and all of a sudden it's bringing up all these statistics that you never really see that happen for City. No one has even mentioned that Haaland hasn't scored in 8 games. Do you get what I'm saying? All these things are never mentioned. City are having the worst season they've ever had under Pep in terms of their performance, and it's still second. But it's terrible in terms of the games that they've dropped. Where these are games that City would never normally
bread and butter. Yeah,
do you get me? City, if they don't drop them points, they're ahead of us. Do you get what I'm saying? And they're flying and they win the league. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but no, Sky don't talk about that. So I get what Strives is trying to say. I get that Liverpool do have the grace because they are champions, and it is Liverpool and it is Slot, and he's had that.
Did you know Liverpool was on a 13-game run undefeated
at this present time?
Before Bournemouth.
I didn't know that. Well, they're 13 games unbeaten.
Yeah, I knew that, but I didn't care because it's
so they haven't lost a game in 13.
Did you know that?
It was a dead run though.
I didn't know that.
Did you know that Liverpool was on was on like the worst kind of like it was like an undefeated run? But did you know that?
Wait. Would you mean
they were
unbeaten
run?
Unbeaten run.
Yeah.
So I mean like winning, but you know
before
what?
the Bournemouth game.
No, but you know what?
And then
No, but I checked that. No, but I checked that. So
unbeaten run. Unbeaten run.
So unbeaten run. 13 games. Yeah. It's funny and it's been broken by Bournemouth. Did you hear anything about it?
No, I didn't know.
No,
I didn't hear anything about it.
You know what's mad?
Do you think that's a coincidence?
But that's a good thing, though.
That's a good thing, though.
That they're on an unbeaten run.
And then it's been destroyed by Bournemouth.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
No, that's not a big talking point. Let
me just put because I think
I'm just talking.
Can we talk about the Bournemouth game?
I just want to talk
about
Liverpool.
Can we talk about the Bournemouth game?
Yeah, that's what I'm
because everything you want to talk about Liverpool is in relation to how Arsenal are being.
It's got nothing to do with Arsenal. I've just segued.
That's why I'm not interested in that conversation.
No, Joey. I segued.
Congratulations on the segue. Let's talk about Liverpool.
I segued using the set pieces, and then you got triggered, and then you started talking about Arsenal again. All I'm saying is, I was segueing, going to Liverpool,
let's go.
And you scored 2 set pieces, and then I went, and that segue was also to then bring up the fact that you have had as many bare corners and you haven't scored many of them.
What does that mean?
So it was to.
That's what, but I still don't understand what that means, bro. Like,
are you happy with that then?
I'm happy with our Premier League title that we haven't won. We've won 2 in 4 years.
I can't talk to you. I can't talk to you when you're.
No, you can't trigger me when I'm like this. That's the problem, bro.
I'm not trying to trigger you.
Okay,
like I'm trying to get a conversation out of you. Whereby
the conversation is that we're not where we should be. End of, bruv. I don't know. What do you want me to say, bruv?
Okay, so. Then, all right, so you're 6, you know it should be. Let's just stop the podcast, man.
No. But you haven't asked anything.
I get. So,
Liverpool's not winning. I can't talk about
Ask me a good question.
Because we're not where we should be. Hey, we're not going to turn up anymore.
Let's get back on the motorway.
Come back. My point is that
the delivery of the question is crazy.
Yeah, the question, you're
don't make any sense.
Me, bro.
Yeah,
and I think that's why you're struggling. If you ask me a question about football, we'll have it, bruv. But you ain't doing that. You're trying to trigger me, bro. That's the problem.
I don't know about you, but you look pretty triggered to me, bro.
Okay.
I don't feel
all right,
so.
Bro.
Because the question...
A triggered person can't talk to me about another triggered person.
I can see it.
You guys are arms at the moment.
I'm not triggered, man.
You guys are trying to, like, and I don't understand.
Can I ask? Can I ask? Can I ask?
Lost it, bro. He's lost the plot, bro. He's lost control of the show, big man. He's lost control of the show. Marly, host the rest of the show. He's lost it, man. He's lost this shit, man.
I don't understand it. What's going on?
So my question is going to be around the guys that have obviously renewed contracts and so forth.
Yes, please.
Yes.
What's your thoughts on Van Dijk's performance as of late? Where would you?
So you see Virgil, bro.
It's so sweaty, please.
This one hit me hard, bro, because obviously, like, I've been campaigning for him, bro.
You have.
You see, I don't know if, like, it's like if you're going to everybody vote for Trump and then Trump deports you, bro.
I'm not.
That's what I feel like, bro. That's what I feel like, though.
What?
Listen, to revert back, I told man last time I was here that renewal of the contracts was going to be a problem. I tried to break it down because once you renew them contracts and you don't jog them players on, you don't put yourself. Remember, they go on big money. When they renew their contracts and they take a pay hit,
so now they can't.
Then now it limits what you could have done. You maybe could have got Gay over the line. And got them centre backs over the line if you got Van Dijk out the door.
Yeah, it's true.
You get what I'm saying?
What I will say is that they're not the biggest problem at the club. And you know what? People are going to say, if I said to you, what's the next biggest problem? If Virgil and Salah aren't the biggest problem, what would you say is the next biggest problem?
Cody Gakpo.
No, not player-wise, just in general.
I would say it's Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes or whoever.
Okay, so you say them before Arne Slot.
It's either that or Arne Slot.
Which one's for next for you?
For me, it's Arne Slot or them.
Who comes first?
Arne Slot.
You say Arne Slot.
I say them two. And the only reason why I say them two is because, like I said before, when you guys thought I was trying to trick you, is like I think that Arne Slot started off playing how he was playing last season, and he had to change his system, which means it tells me that because you've mentioned this in previous episodes. Was he really in control of the players that came in?
No, he wasn't at all.
That's not Liverpool. That's not Liverpool style.
100%. So I've been.
To be fair, what I remember is that Edwards wanted to have a lot of hand.
That's why he left.
When Klopp was
there. That's why he left, and that's why Klopp left, because Edwards came back in it. So my thing.
Klopp was the saviour. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah. So as I've been saying,
continue.
As I've been saying, I can't with good conscience say Arne Slot out. Even though I would like to, I can't say it because
you said it privately.
Okay, but what did I say with good conscience?
What's happened? Have you relinquished the baton of host, bro? What's going on?
No, but I did say though, like let's have a conversation.
Yeah. Okay,
I did say that.
But when we're having conversation, you have to do comprehension. You have to listen to what I said. I said I can't say with good conscience. When I said Slot out to you, it wasn't with good conscience. So I'm going to say it one more time.
Do you say anything with good conscience? So...
I do, bro. And I'm saying it right now. I can't say with good conscience, Arne Slot out until Hughes and Edwards are out as well. Because all the bad things that we're seeing at the club, not all of them.
What's their role, sorry? Is it sporting directors?
Sporting director and just like acquisition. And Edwards has been promoted, innit? But my thing is that, like, start of the season, he said, I don't want to lose Diaz. They sell Diaz, and they said Rio Ingomura is 16-year-old. This guy, we need to clear a path for him to come to the first team. He's not going to win you a Premier League. Like, I think we all know that.
Rio.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
right, and you've taken away the pressing. Like, you've done all of these things. You've lost Trent. You haven't replaced Trent like for like. You've done all of these things, and you've not given Arne Slot. You've not trusted him. You've not gone to and said to him, "Who do you want in this team?" You've gone and bought over his head, and you're saying manage these guys, innit? So you think
Ekitike and Wirtz is not a slot?
Nothing to do with Arne Slot.
Is that right?
Arne Slot has had the conversation.
I believe that.
Exactly.
They were flexing.
Exactly.
They took Ekitike from Newcastle.
No. They've always wanted Ekitike.
Yeah,
they've always wanted him at the club.
But then, like, the reason why I feel like they were flexing is because if you wanted Isak, Newcastle sold Isak to them anyway, But I reckon that business could have been done better. Like, you could have, if you allowed them to get their target, if you allowed them to have got their striker, you maybe probably would have got Isak earlier. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
but I feel like, where you're like, rah. You're not going to give us mine, man. We'll take your other strikers.
You can't revise what happened because
I don't feel like you needed.
No, I hear what you're saying.
You didn't need this.
You didn't need this once you got Ekitike.
No, but we didn't know.
Greed.
Nobody knew what Ekitike was going to do.
What do you mean? He's Zimbabwe.
No, but you
we didn't know that. We didn't know that.
Come on, we didn't know that when we were.
Same with your careers, Sesko, Ekitike, all in the same bracket.
They're all in the same bracket. We didn't know.
Even Wissa is in that bracket.
He's not doing the business. Two strikers. You need a winger. You need midfielders. You need players.
We needed 2 strikers. We sold Darwin Nunes and we RIP Diogo Jota. So we did need 2 strikers, innit? But forget about all of that. My point is that Hughes and Edwards are working around Slot. They're not working with Slot, in my opinion, innit? So if the one thing I'll say is that Arne Slot's match day selections, his decision making, and his press conferences, they are sackable offences.
Yeah, his press conferences are wild.
But I'm not sacking him first. Them guys have got to go
they're
first.
sackable offensive despite him winning the Premier League in his...
No. Sorry. For me, he's got a whole year's grace. I've said that.
Premier League gives man grace.
Yeah.
Premier League.
At least a year.
When it's your second Premier League in 34 years, nobody can chat shit to me. Not one person. Not Tyrus and Coffee. Hold tight, you man. You can't chat shit on the Slot, bro.
Because I was going to say the Liverpool
selection's questionable.
Very questionable.
Yeah, and I think the Liverpool fans, there seems to be like some sort of power struggle between Liverpool fans and Arne Slot and just your board in general. Because like when Klopp was at the club, you could see that there was some sort of like, there was a love, there was like a synergy between the fans and the gaffer. Whereas here, like the gaffer, like I saw a clip, I think TNT put it out, where they're trying to rage bait him, and he's just like, well...
The Xabi Alonso thing.
Yeah, and he was just like, well, I that would be strange if Liverpool fans wanted me out and thought I was, like surplus to requirements. I'm paraphrasing, but something along those lines, because he's like, before I came along, they had 1 Premier League in 30 years.
1 Premier League in 34 years.
And in
34 years.
34 years. And in my mind, I'm like, damn. Because as much as that's true, I'm not expecting to hear that from Slot. Because that was almost like a direct snub.
But that's how Dutch managers are. Dutch managers are very open like that.
But then,
but they say how it is,
bro. Because
but do you see what I mean when I'm talking about the disconnect?
I rate him for that though. I didn't see that clip, but hearing you say it, I rate him for it because I think.
But would you
forget, bro?
If Arteta said that about, would you like that if we won the league? Us?
If Arteta had won us the league, if he won us the league, and he
you're happy if you won the league.
Put it this way. If this was Arsenal in the same position as Liverpool, and we won the league last season, and we was having a bad league this season, and certain fans, all the man them that were Arteta out, all of them started, and he was to say, well, I won them their first title in God knows how long. And we're having a rough patch, but this is what it is. What can you say to that?
Nothing, bruv.
He's won us the title.
Nothing, absolutely nothing.
Even like now, if we go on to win the league, and he has a little bit of a wobble, and man want to get onto him, what can you say? Like, if this team goes on to do a mad thing, and then after that they fall off, what can anyone say to
nothing?
Because we've just gone 20 plus years having a mad thing.
Yeah, that's true. So, and to be fair, even when we won the FA Cup with Arteta, that's why I think he got the grace that he got.
100%.
You get what I'm saying? So,
you give grace, bro, because grace is deserved, bro.
100%. So I get what Arne Slot's saying, but I suppose it's not like I don't have an issue with what he said. Like I've effed with it. But what I'm saying is, I'm more so speaking to the divide between there seems to be a divide between the fans and the manager. And do you feel like there's a fear that maybe you guys might try and slip into that Chelsea model, maybe? Like,
no.
Because
it's funny you said that, because that's exactly. I was waiting for you to finish your question so I can say we've gone into the Chelsea model. We're going into the franchise model, bro. Okay. Where like you've got the Strasbourgs where you can send your man to. Before Strasbourg and the franchise thing was about, it was they used to loan all their players out to Vitesse in Holland, innit? So now we're doing the same thing, innit, where we're trying to do the multi-club system, innit? And I think that's going to be at the detriment of the club, bro. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, bro, like Liverpool isn't a team that has to consider other teams. Once you make it that system, I don't know how good that's going to work, man. I don't know, like Red Bull Leipzig, maybe like they're not the best team in the world. They're not the best team in the world. I don't feel that Chelsea, what teams can you think of?
I don't feel like Chelsea are catering to another team. I feel like Chelsea are using that other team to be able to keep players on.
No, bro.
Because I feel like Chelsea's model right now...
to another team, bro.
No, but I feel like Chelsea's model right now is the fact that they want to buy players in and sell at profit. I feel that's their model right now.
Who's profiting from that?
Who's profiting from that? Chelsea,
They're shareholders, bro. That's the other team. That's the other team they're catering to. They're not catering to the match day squad,
but what I'm trying to say, like, Strasbourg or the Strasbourg, like Tom Bowley and all of that.
So, yeah.
Obviously, they've got Strasbourg, but Strasbourg is like a club that I feel like that's not the main club that they want to be.
No.
I feel like
You missed my point. My point is that Strasbourg, Chelsea, they're there to line the pockets of the shareholders, bruv.
Yeah, for Chelsea.
No. The shareholders, like Todd Bowley and...
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, they're not thinking about the fans. They're not thinking about the fans and the players. And that's what Liverpool are trying to go to,
but
bro.
what I'm trying to say is, I hear it. It's all about the shareholders, but I don't feel like the club. It could be any club. It don't matter. I feel like the usage of the other club is to allow them to navigate around the systems that be in place
to make money.
Yeah, to make money. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm trying to say. But I don't feel like Liverpool. I don't feel like Liverpool are quite. Yes, they might have other interests in other clubs, but I don't feel like you've got to the big money that you're splashing on players and the type of players you're buying. Don't put you in the same sort of model as Chelsea, where Chelsea are buying young talent that they can get at a price that they can sell. Like you see with the Nicholas Jacksons, they made money on Nicholas Jackson.
How much they spent on
when Chelsea have sold players, they sold
the Argentinian Don that plays for them. They spent 100 million.
Yeah, but they spent 100 million.
And they spent 105 million on Caicedo as well.
But they had to buy a core. They had to still buy a core. Liverpool, I don't see the signings that Liverpool, the money they spent on Ikea, the money they spent on Isak, the money they spent on Wirtz. Like Wirtz, I could understand it if Wirtz came at 60 mil.
Yeah,
and then they were trying to offload it for 100 mil.
I don't agree with it.
I get what you're saying, but I just don't feel the Chelsea model is the same.
How much money have we spent?
No,
you're looking at it the last summer.
I feel like what
how
Liverpool
much money have we spent over the last 5 years?
I get it. Yeah, no, I get it. But what I'm trying to say is, I think Liverpool's model is more based on they won the league. It's more of a brash thing. Like we're gonna spend this money. Remember, you broke the transfer record twice in one transfer window. That ain't the same as Chelsea's model. Chelsea's model's buying in a lot of players that they can have in. Try and make it work. If it don't work, we're selling on.
I think you're missing what I'm saying.
I feel like their thing is on a thing like, look at us now. You're
mistaking what I'm saying though, to be fair.
You spend all this big money on Isak. I get what you're saying, don't get me wrong. So I'm not trying to like take away from what you're saying because it's your club, innit? I'm just saying from my outside point of view, how I look at it, I feel like you lot have spent big and tried to be on this. Look at us now. We're title winners. You go into the next season, you're buying Wirtz for 100 or something. You're buying Isak. We're going to shut down the thing because that's how you man were talking. Remember that? You see Baz and all them, man?
Yeah.
Them man was talking about the league.
I don't know Baz. I don't know Baz.
Warren and all them, man.
Yeah.
No Warren.
I know Warren.
So you man weren't talking about no franchise.
That's not
no buy to sell. You man weren't talking about lining pockets. You man was talking about domination.
In this conversation.
You man was talking about your rapping up everything.
In this conversation.
No, it's not going that way.
Hang on.
Let me lend you a tenner and I get it back £20. It's all of a sudden now.
In this conversation, I never mentioned buy to sell. All I mentioned was multi-club.
No, but Chelsea's system is buy to sell. So you can't really compare your team to Chelsea. That's why I got it confused because Chelsea's team is buying
system of
and putting man on 7-year contracts to then later make a profit later down. That's how they're doing it.
That's Chelsea's system of making money, bro. I'm not talking about making money. I'm just talking about multi-club ownership. When you have multi-club ownership, that means you're not focused on one club only. That's all I'm talking about. That's the only relation I'm talking about, bro. If Liverpool have another club and they're trying to grow their thing to having more than one club, then their focus isn't solely on Liverpool. That's a problem for me. I'm not talking about how you generate finances. I don't care about all of that stuff. All I care about is that when you're talking about how you're going to divvy out the money, that we're talking only about Liverpool.
And that's supposed to relate
that's a risk.
And that's supposed to relate it to the conversation. Are you saying that if that's symptomatic of maybe the way that they're approaching business opposed to Liverpool? Because if I hear what you're saying too, by the way, Adal, but I suppose if you're saying that multi-club ownership, you're now servicing the shareholders, are you now saying that, okay, so now if we now whittle it down to just Liverpool operations, then clearly,
then not challenging for the title is not that big a deal.
Yeah. You're servicing your one.
We're still hitting targets,
right?
And we're still getting the players in that. Right. We're still able to attract the players, but that's not what we want.
That's not what we want.
We want us to defend the title, bro.
Can I finally land the point that I was trying to get to?
Go on. So I think you've calmed down now. You're not.
I was never emotional. The point I was trying to get to at that point, was, you see, like as you've just. We're speaking about Liverpool and what have you not. I wanted to ask you, because I know there's a lot has been made about other people's style of play, whether it's set pieces, etc. When you whittle it down to your club, you're the Premier League champions. Can you say that you sit down and you're happy with watching your club play football at the moment? Can you say...
Yeah, that you don't even have to ask that question, bro. That goes without saying. That
results speak for itself.
No. I don't care about results.
No, but what I mean is
I care about watching good football mostly, bro, because if the results are bad and Liverpool are winning, guess what? I can go and watch Brighton, bro, because
but if you're winning, the results ain't bad.
Say that again.
If you're winning, the results ain't bad, because a win's a win. At the end of the day, if you get 3 points on the board and you're at the top of the league. And
my thing is that if Liverpool want to focus on winning games only, then I don't need to watch it. I can go watch Dulwich Hamlets, I can go watch SE Dons, I can go watch all these other men live and watch get grassroots football. I can do that, bro. I've done that before.
But you see where my issue...
But my thing is that I want to sit down with my daughter.
You want to be entertained.
I want to be entertained as well.
Marly Marl, yeah, and I don't know if you've been looking into the pod while you've been away, yeah.
That's why me being 5th right now or 6th, whatever, I don't even know where we are. I can accept that, bro, because I sold my soul to the devil. God forbid.
Quickly though, just to touch on what you said, I'm going to say this, just quickly, just to touch on what you said, where I don't agree with you saying about it's about the money for Liverpool. I feel like...
No, I never said it's about the money.
No, but what you're saying about the shareholders and the multi-club thing.
The multi-club, only multi-club.
If I'm honest with you, the multi-club system really only works for Liverpool in the sense when you take on these clubs, it's to be able to push money, or not to push money, but it's also to create a cycle of laundering for the bigger being, which is Liverpool.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I think he's talking about mindset, though.
Yeah, I hear it, but then at the same time, the reason why I feel like you're saying the mindset and they're thinking if this works, it ticks over. I don't, because I don't think you spend the way you spend. That Liverpool understand that. To get the big money in as a club.
We've only done that twice in our lifetime,
but what I mean is,
twice.
To get the big money, you have to be in Champions League. You have to be winning. You have to stay in the competitions that already Arsenal for Champions League have already earned nearly close to 100 million just being where we're at in the Champions League, right? So Liverpool spent big knowing that their hope is to dominate, to then bring in all the revenue. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like I don't think it's a thing of where they've done it in a way just to be happy with and to be in amongst it and just to run this multi-club system. I feel like Liverpool's objective was to dominate.
No, 100%.
And it's not really worked out like that this season.
No, I agree with you. And I think it's not worked out that way because they've taken the wrong approach. That's all I say. Yeah. But I agree with you.
But then you see you see how you've been like majorly critical of other teams in the league, and sometimes I think Marly, did you say this as well? You was talking about the Premier League not being of a particular level and what have you not, and I was disagreeing, saying that I think, well, you're saying Arsenal's playing rubbish football and the Premier League not being of a particular level. I suppose when I was
not rubbish, but
yeah, because I disagree.
Not as entertaining. Because you said I don't know if you said you're entertained by watching Arsenal. A lot of people are saying.
You know why I say I'm entertained?
Let's not go back to Arsenal, guys.
The only reason but the only reason why I say I'm entertained by it is because we're winning. So and I don't care how we win. And I don't know if you might thought I was
literally you said that a few times.
I don't know if you thought I was lying, but I genuinely don't. But why I was trying to bring it back to kind of center it to Liverpool, so to speak, and it wasn't because I'm trying to just have a go at you. It was more so to say that because I know you've been very vocal about, and some Liverpool fans have been very vocal about the standard of football that's being played across the Premier League. Yes. So I wondered, okay, have you actually taken a look at what's going on on the pitch when you guys are playing?
Come on,
because obviously you've lost.
Maybe you're not privy to that conversation, but I don't. There's not one Liverpool fan that would tell you we're playing good anything above average football.
Okay,
there's not one.
And Liverpool are one of the most tricky teams in the league. Under Klopp, when they were playing under Klopp.
Yeah, exactly. Even last season under Slot, if I'm going to. So that's why I don't think your question is not. It's not a genuine question, isn't it? Because you're trying to make it out as though because we're talking about other clubs that we've not looked at our clubs. I can say that you stink while I'm stinking, bruv. I can say that, bruv.
I don't know you can, you know.
No, 100% I can say you're stinking.
Because we're winning and you're not. Because a lot of things that you'll keep saying, and you'll keep saying, you
didn't hear what I said, bro.
No, but you know what? Why I'm not going to accept that? Because
no, but it's not for acceptance, bro. It wasn't for acceptance.
You might not have been for acceptance.
Is that I can say you stink while I'm stinking.
But no, but
that's a fact.
But the reason
that's a fact, bro. That's a fact, bro.
But you know why you can't accept it from Joey?
Gosh,
because Joey,
I didn't ask you for acceptance,
Joey will say, okay.
This is how you're moving goalposts. I didn't ask you for acceptance.
Joey will tell you.
This is how we're running late on this pod, bro.
Joey will tell you, that it's okay for Liverpool to do these things because
Never
they
said
won
that.
the Premier League.
Never ever said that. Never ever said that.
Did he not just say that?
Never ever said that.
He did say that.
I didn't say it's okay. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
You said you're fine with what's happening now.
I didn't say it's okay, bro. I said I made a deal.
Same
No. I said I made a deal. I said I made a deal.
Because they say thank you. So using his same logic.
Okay, go on.
Just using his same logic, it's fair to say then that actually, when you're saying, oh, like, I can say you're stinking and I'm stinking. I'm like, well, no, you can't because we're winning. Do you get what I'm saying? Because he will turn around and say, you can't talk about Liverpool and how Sky
but you haven't
aren't
won
talking
though,
about
bro.
Liverpool.
What's going on here?
Because we've won the Premier League.
Oh my goodness.
Do you get what I'm saying? So
Every time we have the same conversation, you're winning, but you haven't won.
Yeah, because I think that's what.
That's the point.
So the main.
That's the point, bro.
So you see, like about 10 minutes ago, about 10, 15 minutes ago, I said, you know what? Let's just pack up the pod then. Let's just come back when the league's done then.
No, but I think
you know what I mean.
I think his point is he couldn't have said it last season when you hadn't won anything.
Let's stop doing this, man. Let's stop doing this because we can't talk about Liverpool or Arsenal or Manchester United or anything because
I'm just
the league's not done yet.
Theoretically, I'm just talking about reality, bro.
So we can't talk about it.
No, I'm talking about reality, bro.
It's stupid what you're saying.
It's not, bro.
It is stupid.
When you've done it 3 times in a row and you don't win it, bro, how can it be stupid, bro?
This might be the Bambi run, brother. This has been an aggressive episode.
Yeah, bro. It has, bro.
But I would encourage. We're gonna wrap it up now. Sorry, I'll give a quick brief review of the other results. But I would encourage the listeners and viewers to challenge. Do you think that Doug's been unfair, Strides has been unfair, Marly Marl's been unfair, or Joey Nomadic has been unfair to one another? Because I personally believe that in all the points that have been contested, I think they've been fair all round, what have you not. But what I'm finding is, and sorry you might feel like I'm picking on you, Joey, but I just find that when you've said something and there's a bit of a contradiction, you don't like being called out on it. Because
I'm here for it, bro. I'm here for it.
Well, if you are, then I think...
You're putting words in my mouth and I don't like it.
If you ask the fan base, they might get onto you this episode.
Well, we'll see because it's all been recorded, and contrary to what you man believe, I've had all the points in my mind and I'm just waiting for you guys to let me land my point. So when we play it back, we'll see. That's why I say we'll see.
I got a feeling this episode will make it out, bro. I'm never drinking rum again, bro.
You say this one might not make it to this. Hey, Doug, you mind coming back next week and reshooting the one that we just done? Because I ain't too sure about this one, you know.
Oh, man. All right, well, look, Man City, they won 2-0 against Wolves. Pep dropped Haaland, shagged bare people with their Fantasy Premier League and the Sun Dream Team if you're playing that. Yeah. But people like Marmoush came in, done their thing. It's Wolves, but it's still quite bold to bench both Haaland and Foden.
Tottenham next.
They got Tottenham next.
They got a tough run.
They got a bit of a tough run. Tottenham drew with Burnley. There's mounting pressure on Thomas Frank now. Like, obviously, you've had your win against Dortmund, and then you've gone and drawn against Burnley. So yeah, Tottenham fans are stressed. Rafinha at Chelsea. Yeah, man, it seems like he's going from strength to strength. I think there was some questionable decisions in that game, but for the most part, it was a deserved win for Chelsea. They had probably the fewer of the significant chances, but they made them count. The young, what's his name? Crystal Palace. No, Esteval was on point for me. No, Walton got the red, but what's his name? No, it was Jaden or something. Like, hold on, I've wrote it down somewhere. JD. Okay. Yeah, JD
Campbell.
Yeah. Because he had a mare. He had a mare. He was literally at fault for all 3 games.
Glasner said when they got him in and they wanted to sell Guehi, he said, "Nah, this guy is a prospect, bro. Like we can't have him and sell Guehi to Liverpool, especially because they didn't get Igor Tudor from Brighton as well." So
yeah, and then he had a hand in every goal that was conceded.
and against I think
conceded.
Every goal. Like,
remember the game against
it was tough.
Arsenal? JD Canvert played right back and he got subbed off, bro, because Martinelli was ripping him, bro. Put him on his bum.
Oh, was that the one?
Yeah, same guy, bro.
He had another tough game, man. So I'm trying to think. Is there any games that I might have missed? I think that's pretty.
That'll be up to the level.
I think West Ham, obviously, they knocked Sunderland 3-1 as well. That was a huge game for Nuno as well.
Yeah,
and then 1-2
Newcastle. So man. So that's the title race is heating up, man. The title race is heating up. Dropped 3 points by Arsenal, which means it's just 4 points ahead of City and Villa. Just quick ones before we wrap up. Arsenal, can they win the league still?
100%.
I think Arsenal can still win the league. Marly Marl, obviously you put a dent in Arsenal's campaign. I'm going to ask you.
I've got to say no because we've got a strong bet, so no.
No. And another question: will Manchester United finish top 4?
Oh yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
I know you can.
What did I say?
I think you did put you to top 4 in the beginning.
Yeah, third, right? Did I put so third?
Ooh, I can't remember. Yeah, I know you definitely had
them in the fourth at the moment.
No. But he talked about his predictions
at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
I think we can get the fourth.
Yeah. You back yourself.
Yeah.
All right. So Liverpool, you're in a bit of a precarious situation where you're kind of out of the title race, but you're in a top 4 battle now.
Yeah.
You've dropped to 6th place. 2 questions: can Arsenal win it?
Can Arsenal win it? Yes, they're still my favourites to win it.
And then second question: will Liverpool make top 4?
I have no idea, bro. Honestly,
if I had to push you on it,
we lost 2 games the last 5. I think that is within top 4 remit form, to be completely honest. So, will we make top 4? I'm gonna say no.
Whew. Okay.
No, bro.
All right, cool. All right, guys. That's been us. I personally think it's been an enjoyable one because it's been chaotic. I know you guys like chaos or what have you not. So yeah, man. Let us know what you think in the comments. Keep interacting with us. Let us know who was mad out of all of us. Happy birthday.
It weren't me. Drives.
Yeah.
Drives brought me here just to fucking rage take me. Bro.
He's telling you, I'm going to get dug on. I'm going to get him, bro.
Is that what he was saying? I know. I know. Just sitting there. I don't want to rage bait you, but hear what I'm saying. Listen, I don't like to talk for you, but hear what I'm saying.
We've got our show for that.
Yeah, I know.
We've got our show for that. Don't listen to him, man.
Try to bring it here.
Don't listen to them, man. Don't listen to them. But it makes for good content at the end of the day because we're all brothers at the end of the day. Happy birthday again, Marly Marl.
Hey, big up.
Yeah, big you up, man. But listen, man, we'll be back, man. Same time, same place. Next week, we're out.
Peace.